way! I don't believe it!
What's up, everybody? How we all doing today? We got a delay on stream. I've got 2 fans on Bandit, so he can stay nice and cool. Nika, congratulations on first. Lazy Hydra, congratulations on second or whatever, and last. Callie, congratulations on second or whatever. Good morning, everybody.
Team kill!
Oh, that button works. Alright, we got some players getting into lobby, we can burn another block of ads, and I think we can get into casting this really soon, everybody. Yo, what's up, Potato Girl? How you doing today, bud? Good to see you. So, I was talking about this. I don't mind the 6 or 7 a.m. start times for me. Waking up early is not really that big of a deal for me, especially for Heroes of the Storm. Like, I love this game. I love what I get to do, so I really don't mind those days. It is a little difficult on the sleep schedule, but I seriously, like, I love what I get to do, so I'm happy to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. to be live at 6 or 7 a.m. for casting. The other nice thing about those days is that the tournament day usually ends at like noon or 1 my time, so then I have like a good 7 to 9 hours to just kind of do whatever I want. So that is the nice part. There's a little bit of a duality with it. I also, when I was working as an engineer, I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning already, because I would wake up at 4:30, I would snooze once, get out of bed at like 4:45, walk Bandit, take a shower, make breakfast and lunch, then drive to the office and be there by 6:45 because my shift started at 7. I was a 7 to 4 shift. You live near Lake Tahoe? Oh, I'm in it. I'm in South Shore. You should have a couple ferrets and have them keep company with your dog. I do love ferrets. I do love ferrets. What's up, Boofins? How you doing? It's a spray and wish. How you doing, buds? Yeah, no, I live in Lake Tahoe. Well, not in. But like, literally last Sunday, my buddy took me out on his boat. Good morning. How's the water level these days? Right now, it's pretty good. We actually, this was, am I going the right way in this? There we go. This was, this past Sunday, my buddy took me out on his boat. So the water level is really high, right now. I'm trying to get to this. We went into Emerald Bay. This is a bunch of, people, a bunch of friends that we met up with, because 2 separate boats. There we go. There's Ann and Greg and their dog. But, like, literally, you can go swimming. It's, swimming in the shallow sections is nice. You can swim in the middle of the lake. Like, when we were leaving, we stopped right here because the boat driver needed to pee, so he's like, I'm gonna go jump in the water, and I'm like, let me know how it is, and he's like, honestly, it's not as bad. It's a little bit colder than where we were previously. So yeah, it's right now, everything's really, really good. We had a pretty decent season. The biggest concern right now is waiting for... right now we're getting into the fire season, so that's the big thing. But, like, here's the beach that I walked to Bandit with. So this is the beach that Bandit and I go to. Where's the... There it is. There's the panorama. So this is the marina that you launch out of. There's Mount Talak. There's Maggie's Peak. Get it? I believe that's like Diablo, Devil's Peak or something is over there. I can't remember. But yeah, like the water level. So back when we had a drought many, many, many years ago, the beach literally started where those rocks are. Like the water would be where the rocks are. You'd have to walk all the way out there to get to the beach. So right now, water level is pretty good. Water level is pretty good. Do they draw from the lake if there's a forest fire? Yes, they do. When we had the Tamarack fire, which then led into the Caldor fire, where we had to get evacuated. Caldor with a C. I did see, because we have a lot of military bases around us and stuff, so they were literally fueling up at the military bases, coming up here with a lot of helicopters with like the big bucket on the bottom. They were pulling from, there's multiple smaller lakes as well. There's Fallen Leaf Lake, there's Angora Lake, there's obviously Lake Tahoe. You've also got Pyramid Lake up north of us, where there was the Dixie Fire as well. So when the Dixie Fire, the Tamarack Fire, and the Caldor Fire, when all that stuff was going on, I did see helicopters coming around and literally pulling water from the lake and stuff like that. But right now, we're kind of dryish. We have a thunderstorm coming up this week, and I'm really hoping it's rain and thunder, not just thunder, because thunder was what started the Tamarack Fire a couple years ago, and the U.S. Forest Service was like, well, it doesn't seem that bad. We'll monitor it. And then it turned into a gigantic fire. And, yeah. So, how's the back? Way better, way better. Thank you for asking. After stream yesterday, I went out. I had a beer with, I guess it's a neighbor, but they were telling me how they got a trailer, like a pull-behind trailer. And I was like, why is everybody, like, I feel like people who don't have kids buy a pull-behind camping trailer. Because him and his wife, they're like, oh, we don't plan to have kids. We have a dog. We're good. But he's like, yeah, just like, we want to go camping more. I get it, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. Like, everybody keeps buying them. Crossing fingers for you guys? Yeah. August is kind of the sketchy month. If nothing bad happens in August, we're usually good, because September we start getting rain. Late September we start getting some more rain. October we start getting some more rain, possibly snow if it cools down. But it has been really hot for us. It's been over 30 Celsius for us for a long time, and that usually we get 1 week of 30 Celsius. Maybe we get 1 week of 30. It's 88 Fahrenheit today, which is over 30. I think it's like 32 Celsius, I think. 68, 18. Yeah, because 30 Celsius is 86 Fahrenheit, and today's 88 Fahrenheit. So yeah. So it's like 31 Celsius today. But we are supposed to get it a little bit cooler, which is nice, but it is too hot for a mountain town where our houses retain heat. And do not dispel it well, because the houses were built to retain heat because it's mountain town. And AC is really not a thing. I have got 3 fans in the room. There is one underneath my desk that's pointing at Bandit, blowing on him. There's one literally in the doorway of this office, pulling from the cooler air from the hallway into this room. Both of those are pointed at Bandit because he has been hot lately. You have 80 today? It's too much. And Germany, like Europe, AC exists, but it's not really, it's probably as common as it is up here for us. Where, like, yeah, some people have it, but I have like a standing unit that it blows out the window. You're like us Europeans? Yeah. Tahoe was founded by European. No. It's like being back home in Romania in my grandmother's apartment. It's just hot. So anyways, her sister, my aunt Jetta, she had a really nice apartment, but it was like an apartment for retirees. My grandmother's apartment was literally like 2 blocks from a famous plaza in Cluj. So it was a bit outdated, but yeah. Yeah, houses are built for retaining heat, yeah. It was funny because when, over almost a decade ago when I was out here looking at houses, I talked to the realtor. I was like, I've noticed that there's not a lot of AC units in any of these houses. And she's like, oh, in Tahoe, it doesn't get that hot, really. And most people just put a box fan in the window at night, and that just cools everything down. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. Because we do have massive temperature swings from daytime to nighttime. So, like, our day today is going to be 40, our night tonight will be, our daytime will be 88, our nighttime will be about, like, 45 Fahrenheit, which is, like, 8 Celsius, I think? I think that math is right. Because 10 is 50. So, yeah, something like that. You shut down 2 nuclear plants last week, and a hydro plant was running on 25% power. Dang. It's almost like we shouldn't... I was reading recently that some town in Germany, I believe it is, or maybe it's the entire country, they did like a massive investment into solar. And maybe it wasn't Germany, but it was a European country where they invested into solar, and basically it is now paying the dividends. Because solar is, there's a big upfront cost, and it takes like anywhere from 5 to 10 years to really start having that cost reduction value. But I want to say it was Germany, because I was like, hell yeah, they seem like the country to kind of make that jump. But many houses get a heat pump, which can be used as AC, though, which is more common in Northern Europe. Oh, okay. Most houses have solar? Okay. Then I think it was Germany that I was reading about. Also, good to see you, Freaky. Good to see you, Ninja. Good to see you, Dings. Hello, everybody. Is Hazu's playing today? Is he just chilling before the games? I saw him join the lobby yesterday for the second match, and I was looking to see if he was going to be online so I can invite him. Be able to run the AC alone on sunny days. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw when I went down to Costco, the standing AC units were like $400 USD. And I know we talked about it for Europe costs, and I think in Europe, aren't those same units, I think are like 600 to 800 euro or something. Oh, he's doing a warm up. That makes sense because he's playing. What am I thinking? Yeah, he had Division 1 last night. Gotcha. Oh, Germany's I love going to Germany. It is one of my favorite European countries to go to. I want to go back to Heidelberg really bad. My aunt, she's not really blood related, but I mean, my mom and dad and her are still very very close. Hani Lori. She has a key to the city and everything. She's like a famous physicist. But yeah, she lives in Heidelberg, and I want to go back and visit Heidelberg. And then I have a uncle as well in Brussels, which I know is not Germany, but he's really fun to hang out with. So he's one of those characters. There's always a story with him. Like when I was younger, he bought 2 properties, and he was like, I'll do the demolition myself. So he rented an excavator, which is, you know, the thing with the backhoe and everything. He rented one of those. He has no idea how to operate it. My dad asked him, he's like, do you know how to operate it? He goes, no. So I drank a glass of wine, and then I read the manual, then I tried. And it didn't work, so I drank another glass of wine and read the manual. That is the sort of stories you get with him. Yeah. He is a character. Stop by my place when you go there again. I'll hook you up with a beer. Ooh, thank you. How you doing, Casper? But, like, being able to, like, walk around cities and stuff is, like having mass transportation that works is amazing. Yeah. I'd love to get solar out here. There are some houses that have solar, but as you can see, there's kind of this issue with all these things. That is the big issue. And then also we get 300, we average 300 inches of snow, which is an average of like 750 centimeters or something like that. It gets a little weird as you go further up in the conversion, because like the general rule I use is 1 inch is 2.5 cm, but there's more numbers after that point, that 5. So when you get into the hundreds, it can really throw things off. Oh look, Masquerade, massive, inviting a bunch of people to the lobby that shouldn't be there. Okay. Oh, it's such a funny joke. So, no, I hope we get more investment into hydro, solar, and wind. There's so much good that we can get from it. There's even what was it? There was another one that I saw that's actually it was like testing that it was testing like a high output rate for energy creation. And it was basically buoys that were out in the ocean, and as the waves go by, they undulate, and that basically generates power. So I saw that, and I was like, that's brilliant, because waves are kind of always. So, a lot of cool stuff. Hopefully we get to see it. For those wondering, we are currently just waiting for our last player to get in the lobby. I don't know where they are. There's no information about it. So we're just kind of waiting to see what's going to be happening. As long as we have a moon, we'll have waves. Yeah, and Elon Musk is messing up the moon. He hit the moon with one of his rockets, and now it's off by 2 astral millimeters, which is gonna throw off the tides of the ocean. In total annihilation had like 97 turbines you could place in the water. The waves made electricity for you. That's so cool. I love stuff like that. Alright, how are we doing on ad blockage? We're still waiting on this player. Do I sneak out another block of ads? Ads are off for 41 minutes. I think we're going to be good for map 1. So long as we get the player in here. But otherwise, pretty good week of stream we had. We beat Final Fantasy VIII. I had never beaten it before, so we beat that. We had a really nice big variety day on Friday. We checked out Zero Space. Zero Space campaign was fun. I definitely think we're going to play a bit more of it this week as well. We'll probably split one of the casting days or something. Like, we'll do Heroes casting, and then we'll do more Zero Space campaign after that. I think we're like halfway through the campaign, maybe more. But that was pretty fun. Honestly, Zero Space was really, really interesting. And then this week we're going to be starting up Stellar Blade. Our new variety game, Stellar Blade. We hit that sub goal, so we'll boot that one up. And then depending on what's happening with this tournament, Day and I are trying to organize the Reanimal DLC. So depending on what's going on with this tournament scheduling for next weekend, because I honestly don't know, if there isn't a lot of games, and I think Day and I will probably do some Reanimal DLC next weekend. I don't know how long the DLC is. I'm expecting it to be like 8 to 9 hours. That kind of seems fitting. I think that was, I want to say it took us about 12 hours to beat the game. Open up my Steam here really quickly. I'm curious. But as I said, we're just waiting on one last player to get into the lobby. Where is that last player? And who may it be? Oh, I actually just think I just saw them come online. Oh, no, that was Blood Gandalf. Bloodcool's already in the lobby. Let's see. Reanimal. Oh! That was a lot less time than I thought. Never mind. I thought it took Day and I like 2 6-hour stream sessions, but it did not. Ah, we have our last player in the lobby, everybody. Last player's here. Thank you for your patience. Alright, so ads are gone, sides are correct, Twitch Gamble's ready to roll. And we'll just get our last bathrobe player in lobby. And first pick is good. Oh, nope, just kidding. They're not coming into lobby. Just kidding. Crank. But the game plan for today is going to be, we have this best of 3 with Bathrobe Mafia versus White Tree of Gondor, and then we have Sirs versus Skibidi Exodia. Why they signed up for another tournament as Skibidi Exodia, I don't know. Oh, I see. Okay, so we are either getting a sub for Bathrobe Mafia, or I don't know what. Also, the other thing to mention, too, is that we do have, NGS starting up, this week as well. So we can also see some NGS games, because there's Heroes Lounge still going on, but it's always good to see, what North America brings to the table when it comes to, these games. Oh yeah, there's actually a bunch of games already, scheduled. Ooh. If that doesn't get cast, we can definitely do that on Thursday. We do love our Boogan friends. But not sure really what's going on with the last player for Bathrobe Mafia. We are 15 minutes almost past the hour. I don't know what the tournament organizer rules are for substitutes or possibly late players. Oh, and then also later this month we have Gamescom. Gamescom will be on the 25th. So we'll be able to see, I think it's like a 2-hour presentation thing too. So we'll see. And then otherwise, we got into Duskbloods for the network test, so hopefully I can stream that, and then we can check that out on stream together. Yeah, I know, I'm looking forward to Gamescom. I'm assuming we'll get something for Resident Evil, whether it's Code Veronica or DLC for Requiem, because I do believe they did say that they had like a couple DLCs planned for Requiem or something. They already put in that free roguelite mod, which is really cool. But yeah, Gamescom will probably get a release date for Duskbloods. I was gonna say Bloodborne. Maybe we'll get Bloodborne. We'll get Bloodborne 2 finally. Once again, I have no idea what's going on with the last player for Bathrobe Mafia. They're not saying anything. There's no conversation about it. It's just tournament organizer saying the player's AFK and we'll give it a few minutes. I don't know if they're actively looking for a sub or what. But either way, we'll eventually get into the games. Hopefully we'll get into the games. Just riveting Heroes of the Storm content today. But in less than 2 hours, we have the Sirs versus Skibidi Exodia matchup. That'll be our second best of 3. Can we get a bot? So are they just gonna play with a bot? Are they're legitimately just gonna play with a bot? Okay. They're gonna just play with a bot. Alright. This is interesting. Is this, like, legit what's being done? Because one player is not... What's up, Bunty? How you doing? Yep. So, like, are we going? What are we doing? Oh boy. Okay. this is a start to today's games, to say the least. Twitch chat plays Heroes of the Storm. I don't know what else I can tell you all about. I've kind of hit hit the rambling topics. So are they going to do elite or not? They removed the elite bot. Now it's added back in. Are we going? What is... Readies? All right. Whatever, man. Oh, they have assigned subs? Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the sub rules because I know Lore Refreshment literally does on the Liquipedia does have subs noted, but no one else actually has subs noted on the Liquipedia. This is what I'm looking at here. So, no, we're I don't know. Ultralisk is that team sub. There is a conversation in a language I don't speak about, I guess, the bots or something. Google Translate, be my best friend. I think there is a conversation about getting Yoshiro in. And I think the note is something about being registered as a substitute before the tournament started. So... So Uli wasn't notified, maybe? Yeah, I don't... This is just awkward. Alright, I'm literally just copying these messages into Google Translate to try and figure out what's going on. Are they gonna sub in Yoshiro or not? Oh, yeah, no worries, Bunty. I appreciate the clarification. Yeah, he, like, literally even Masquerade saying, give us somebody or a bot or disqualify us at this point. So, one person left the lobby. This is chaos. So yeah, basically you have to register your substitutes before the tournament happens. I guess the substitute that Bathroom Mafia had isn't available. They tried to get someone else, but then the organizer said no. So now we're just kind of at this standstill of whether they play with a bot, or they play with a rando, or they get disqualified. My whole point is, like, my opinion of this situation is this. If a team needs to substitute and there's someone who can play that's not in the tournament at all, I think that's a fair substitute. But then that substitute can only sub for that team further on. I think, like, that's, like, kind of like a fair rule. Like, once you sub for them, then that becomes, like, your substitute. I think previous tournaments have used this rule set as well. So yeah, I mean, for the sake of games, absolutely. Let them just pull a sub, or, yeah. How you doing today, Revolver? I was there and ready to play. Yeah, me totally. Ultralisk is in lobby. Ultralisk is in lobby. The phone call has been made. I got 10 players. Let's go. I have to run ads. Sorry, everybody. Because that was 32 minutes of... that was basically one block of ads that we had to get out, that we lost. And, yeah. My God. Finally.
Towers of Doom.
We did it! We're here. We're into map number 1. We have Bathrobe Mafia on the left side, White Tree of Gondor on the right. This is first pick to the side of White Tree of Gondor, map pick coming up from Bathrobe Mafia. The first 2 maps of these best 3s are predetermined by the teams. So obviously one team gets the pick, the other team gets first pick. The third map in all these series is going to be chosen by the tournament organizer. So if this series goes to a map number 3, we'll be seeing Forever Fight. That is what... that is literally what I see on the image that was sent to me. I don't know what Forever Fight is. I'm gonna assume ARAM? Towers of Doom is gonna be map number 1, though. We do have also a specific rule set in this tournament. What's up, Nib? Good to see you, bud. And good to see you, Vita, as well. Heroes that are banned can no longer be banned in a best of 3. So Chromie cannot be banned for map number 2. Once a hero is played, Battlefield. Oh, that makes sense. Battlefield of Eternity, Forever Fight. That kind of, yeah. Vikings will be banned away as well. So these 4 heroes cannot be banned again. Now, once a hero's picked and played, they will no longer be able to be played, but they can still be banned. But, I mean, why would you ban a Li Ming when she can't be played anymore? So, a bit of an interesting rule set in that one. So, we could see Chromie in map number 2, but if we do see Chromie, then she's no longer available. But all the 10 heroes, very much like Meta Madness, they will be unavailable for the future maps of the series. But Li Ming will be your first pick for the side of White Tree of Gondor. We got the Hogger for Towers of Doom on the side of Bathrobe Mafia. And what do they want to pair in with the Hogger? Do they go for just an early healer?
Oh, this is my jam!
Sub Lucio. Welcome in. We've got Lucio mobility, Hogger mobility, good bounce around. Hey Yoshiro, how you doing? So they ban heroes to be able to play them next game. Yeah, that's honestly a way to put it for sure. But also, in map number 2, Vikings might not be viable for map 2 of this series. Like map 2 could be like Braxis, where you don't see Vikings being played. So that could be another strategy, because you do know all 3 maps that are being played ahead of time. So you can also strategize for future maps too. So there's layers to this onion, if you will. Ana will be banned. I saw you trying to get in, Yoshiro. We appreciate you trying to get in and get the games going. Yeah, I was literally, there were so many messages. I don't speak the language, so I was literally copying them and throwing them into Google Translate to try and figure out what's going on. I think for the sake, I said this before, probably before you got in here. For the sake of the games, I'm always happy to just see, someone jump in and play a map or something. You're not doing well? I'm sorry to hear that. Well, hopefully your day improves. Hopefully you enjoy some of the casting and have fun with us. Ana and Varian do get removed. It is Li Ming ETC Blaze on the side of White Tree of Gondor.
With every death comes honor.
Bathrobe Mafia grabs the Hanzo and Tyrael. We've seen a lot of Sergeant Hammer with the Tyrael. Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It honestly could be another bruiser. They could just pick up a Thrall and they could just have the Hanzo hypercarry, and it's not a crazy thing. It also could just be some sort of mage with artillery like a Jaina or even a Gul'dan. So the Varian band, they don't want to deal with Shadow Throw into the Phoenix. Blaze also has some shielding that he can pick up with Juggernaut Plating level 16. Whitemane will be your healer on the right side with the Phoenix, Blaze, ETC, Li Ming. Sustained damage isn't too bad. Mobility is pretty decent. CC is on point. Pretty good draft from White Tree of Gondor. Sylvanas will round out the draft on the Bathrobe Mafia side, which I don't hate that at all. Wave clear is good. Mobility again. Structure takedown, delay on objective, heroic upgrades. All of it's really, really strong for Bathrobe Mafia. Twitch Gamble's going. Get your predictions in, and let's get into map number 1 of our first best 3 of the day. Sniper, yeah, Sniper's missing. Yeah, I was looking at the player list as well. Alright, let's get into it.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
To the west of Towers of Doom, we've got Bathrobe Mafia. You got your Lucio, Sylvanas, Hogger, Tyrael, and Hanzo. Right in the red is White Tree of Gondor, Phoenix Blaze, ETC, Whitemane, and Li Ming. Got your Sylvanas vision set up so we can see her marks. Celorando, Unrelenting Torment, Ardent Restoration, Target Practice for your Hanzo.
5, 4, 3,
and on the prowl for Hogger.
1. Well,
oh, we got the mobile offense, or sorry, target acquired for Phoenix. Adrenaline Stimpak, Guitar Hero, Pity the Frail, and your Aetherwalker Li Ming. Sonic Arrow to reveal. Twin Flames to poke out. Just revealing enemies in the bush. Hogger immediately working on the wave. Li Ming is already headed into bottom lane, and she's going to maybe try and get some artillery. No, she's just going to work on the wave, okay. I was thinking maybe it might be that early siege from Li Ming with a bit of Arcane Orb and Magic Missiles into towers. Not the call whatsoever. As we do have your left siege camp started. Sappers on the right, started by Phoenix as well as the white main. Any invade potential, or is it just going to be traded? Bathrobe Mafia finishes theirs first. Looks like Sylvanas heads into mid lane for the soak. Sonic Arrow will reveal. And a Stormbow goes out trying to get a stack for Ultralisk on the Hanzo. And a few more scatters will pop out here and there. Sapper camp being pushed up. Tyrael trying to clear out the wave. Shield up a little bit. We do have a power slide in from ETC. No connection onto the enemy. Face melt to displace and create room for ETC to back off. As you see those purple marks underneath his health bar, that is going to be the marks from Sylvanas for her Black Arrow stacks. And a quick Haunting Wave from Sylvanas allows them to back off. Quick camp for top lane. Blaze was going to rotate into bottom, but it doesn't seem like he'll actually make that full rotation down. He's going to go back into mid lane, met by the Sylvanas. Her Haunting Wave is set up. She gets the Shadow Dagger out, but no triple marks. Jet Propulsion misses the stun. Phoenix with the Plasma Cutter and the sustained damage, and that is Sylvanas taking down first blood to the White Tree of Gondor. Sappers in top lane were pushed in, and Hogger gets some fantastic siege value. The gate's been taken down. The two towers sit at 50%. Yo, what's up, Umber? Good to see you today, bud. Of course, with the mobile offense level 1, you will have that target acquired level 4. Triple Ultra Phase will be starting out top left and right, then you have the bottom location as well. Sonic Arrow in the bush, just to see if anyone is sitting there waiting to power slide out, and of course ETC will just walk right through it. And we have the announcement for your objective in 2 seconds. Haunting Arrow from Sylvanas is available at level 4 as well. She is back in mid lane, pushing up onto the fort gate. We'll get some stacks for her baseline off the towers and also get some siege value. But Phoenix rotates in. She used Haunting Wave as you saw on the mini-map. And the altars are available in 15 seconds. Typically, top left and right are traded. Phoenix gets the warp out. So top left and right are traded by the solo laners. Hogger tries to get another wave push up in the fort gate. No one's in position for the lowest objective channel right now. Wait a minute. Is Bathrobe Mafia going to invade top right? I don't think they're going to be able to get to Aster on time. Oh, no, they do. Okay, Lucio mobility. The push-off closed the distance fast enough. Sylvanas top left, Phoenix top right. And a contest over the bottom objective point. Explosive Arrow level 4 from Hanzo to assist in clearing out these waves a little bit faster. Lucio setting up for a channel. Li Ming might have an Arcane Orb. Nope, Magic Missiles will get one delay. And level 7 rolls in a little bit faster for Bathrobe Mafia. That's going to be coming from minion experience. As you can see, there's about over 1,000 a deficit. Or close to it, at least. Power slide through Tyrael. Masquerade trying to back away. Smite goes down the ground, and that'll be Tyrael falling. A second kill to White Tree of Gondor as the white main hit by the Archangel's Wrath for a little bit of death timer reduction. So be crazy. Thanks for the redemptions. Appreciate it, bud. And you got Phoenix with the channel. The lead will go over to the side of White Tree of Gondor at the start of this map number 1. Best of 3 of the day. First best of 3 of the day. Nanomachine coating for Blaze on his level 7. We do have that oil slick going down. Staggering blow gets the stun up against the fort. But this Blaze does not seem like he's going to need to back off completely. They want to clear out the Sapper camp before it gets the charge in. We do have Sappers in bottom lane traded. Phoenix Plasma Cutter clearing things out safely. Staggering blow. Jet Propulsion goes forward. No stun. And Hogger's going to try and punish this. They absolutely will be able to do so. And now Phoenix could be the next one to be taken down. 1, 2, Sappers start. No, actually only one makes it in, but the Haunting Arrow's active in Sylvanas with Hogger. They try and advance forward to take down Phoenix. Won't be able to find the kill. They will try and go for it and get it. Okay. Nicely done. Sappers from the side of White Tree of Gondor in bottom lane have been cleared away. Bathrobe Mafia will send one of them into the tower. And that'll be Bell Tower in top right converted in favor of Bathrobe Mafia. We've got High Five, Mind Control, Shockwave, Judgment, and your Dragon's Arrow as well from Hanzo. Hope your day's going well. Pretty good. Feeling a lot better from yesterday. I was having some issues with my back injury, but way better today. Power Slide. Oh, that face melt from ETC interrupts the Hogger Shockwave, but they still get the Mind Control into a Judgment. And that it really does feel like Bathrobe Mafia. They just turned it up to 11 in the last few seconds as Hogger. The bounce from Hogger was insane there. Man, that seriously, that just everything ramped up so quickly post level 10. 5-2 in kills, a 2-level lead, almost 12 to almost 10. And that is a total of 12 shots into the White Tree of Gondor, 32 to 24 in core HP. As Bathrobe Mafia are looking to get the Bell Tower barrage to begin. Phoenix, with the help of ETC and mid lane, are going to be trying to clear that out or regain control of the Bell Tower. Bottom lane gate has been taken down. Possession from Sylvanas to have some more units to tank some tower shots. We also do have the Haunting Arrows. That is another Mind Control into the face of ETC. He does get to face melt afterwards. Power Slide goes through. Mosh Pit is going to be a triple mosh, but there's no one. Okay, they do get a reset for Li Ming. Can they find a second one on the Lucio? No. Power Slide again. Phoenix warps in. Purification Salvo is going to be going out. It'll tickle some health bars. Judgment from Tyrael. As mid Bell Tower goes back over to the side of White Tree of Gondor. Blaze getting that. Hogger's trying to push up some zappers into top lane. And we'll see if he's going to get those over the line. And our next objective will be Singular in the center of the map. Does Blood have a staggering blow? He's got a Hog Wild. Looking to see if he's got that staggering blow to push Blaze back and maybe create the space for these sappers to go over the wall, over the line. But looks like Blaze has the defense. Hogger continues to hold top lane in control for Bathrobe Mafia. Will invade this camp. White Tree of Gondor give it. They don't have 13 talents here. Next objective, as I mentioned, Singular in the center of the map. Missiles continue to go out. Aldruin's Might thrown in from Tyrael, but they're going to focus on the Phoenix on the left-hand side. He's going to get an intercession from Whitemane. Sustained damage onto Tyrael. He'll smite the ground. No Swift Retribution level 7. It's Blaze taken down by Hogger and Sylvanas in mid lane, and now Hogger looking to spin in. Dragon's Arrow gets a triple hit as the Whitemane, Li Ming, and Phoenix all go down. ETC is going to be just backing off through mid. Tyrael, Hanzo take down the bottom Bell Tower, and the barrage has begun.
Unacceptable! The Raven Lord controls the towers. Claim a tower, end his siege!
Alright. Mind Control misses onto ETC, but the Jet Propulsion is going to answer back in. Hanzo and friends are going to try and get some damage over the wall. Lucio trying to help out his allies, but that death line is a little too much and just can't round the corner back in. This is a Hogger bounce around. I believe that is going to be your 4th shot across the map from this barrage as the top lane fort is still being defended. And I believe in 2 shots we're going to be seeing the rate of fire. Actually, here it is. The rate of fire has increased. We're now shooting a shot every time the missile gets halfway across the map. This might just be GG at this moment, unless they can convert this mid lane Bell Tower. But wait, hold on. The boss is GG. There's one more missile that did fire. They could just go boss. In the chaos of it all, I didn't see that we have a combustion blaze. ETC trying to flank to the left. There's your combustion activation. I think they're trying to get that AoE slow for the Phoenix Purification Salvo. ETC moshes onto the Hogger. Shockwave interrupted by a face melt. Hogger will be taken down. ETC a little bit low. Tyrael trying to get that last auto attack into ETC, and also Li Ming Her health bar is a bit low as well. She gets a reset, but can Tyrael get the takedown into this white main from the trade? Absolutely. Huge Arcane Orb onto the Hanzo, almost takes him down. Single objective or boss wins it. I did want to see really quickly. Archangel's Wrath 115 overkilled. Do you guys want to talk about Ultralisk level 16 and how we have our 25th Flawless Technique Enjoyer? We found another Flawless Technique Enjoyer, chat. I thought that Sonic Arrow was going to hit for the takedown. So what do we have coming up? So what do we have available? Boss obviously can be a win condition. We have sappers in bottom that might be fed in, but that's not going to be a win. Next objective is going to be triple on the map. Top left and right in center location. Power slide through. Sylvanas is going to be able to get the mind control out. There was a Will of the Forsaken activated. Salvo gets taken, or Phoenix gets taken down before any salvo trigger. There's your Combustion Blaze. He gets staggered into the wall, and now Li Ming looking to back away, as it is, by the way, 6 sappers in bottom lane. That could be GG. But it looks like Bathrobe Mafia, they want the Finland. They're going to get it. Finland! And that is map number 1 over to the side of Bathrobe Mafia. GG, well played. A 12-kill lead in a 12-minute game. What's the big thing in Oktoberfest beers? Marzen, right? Am I saying it right? All right, let's pay out the gamble. Let's get some ads out of the way and get ready for map number 2. All right, gotta make sure stream catches up, and all that good stuff. Beer from Mars. Now, there's like a key thing in Oktoberfest beers. October beans? Choose outcome. There we go.
Merzen.
That's the one. Is now a rarity in Germany and often found in the South. Often varieties that explicitly refer to, with its association to Oktoberfest, such as Oktoberfest beer from Polliner Brewery in Austria. Marzen is the name given to most popular type of beer. Okay, so it's. I thought that was the ingredient, but that's actually the name for it. Okay. But it's the roasted malt. That's the one. That's the yeah. It's not the it's the roasted malt. That's the one. Yes. Good to see you, Detroit Donut. Good to see all of you today. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here. Appreciate everyone's chatting and lurking, all that good stuff. But we got ads out of the way. Let's go ahead and get our next map set up. It'll be Thumb of the Spider Queen. And then we'll get going into this draft. Good stuff. We've just got the 2 best of 3s for you today, by the way. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream day for me. I got plans with some friends online, and also going to cook up some... I'm going to do mashed potatoes with the sausages. The potatoes I bought went bad. So I need to run out after stream and buy some more potatoes. I bought a bag of potatoes, and I used a good half of it. They did seem a little bit like they were gonna go, but it was the only bag of potatoes at the store. It was only like $3 for the bag too, so I was like, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. If it goes bad, then it's whatever. So last night I ended up doing rice with the sausage, which wasn't too bad. But tonight I'm gonna get potatoes so I can do mashed potatoes with it. Don't thank me, thank the coffee I drank. Potatoes don't go bad. Well, seeing as how they were all soft and they had these white spots on them that looks like mold, that's pretty bad to me. That's pretty icky to me. No, it's definitely like I took it out of the bag and I was like, no, you don't cook this. You know? Yeah, it's they got nasty. It's rare. It happens every so often. I remember my mom was telling me that, like, I think it's if one of them goes bad, it just, like, spreads to the others effectively or something. Hostile!
Yes!
Congratulations on your watch streak. Kev!
My back! Oh, my back!
Any food can go bad. What's up, Kalavoth? How you doing, bud? Except for that one McDonald's hamburger that someone, isn't there like a McDonald's hamburger or something that like someone put in like a glass case? And it was like a decade later, it still looked like kind of okay or something. Twinkies do go bad, but they just have an insanely long shelf life. That's the thing. Twinkies do go bad, but they have like a 30-year shelf life or something crazy. Cav also!
Yes!
Congratulations on your watch streak. Does this work? Well, I manually push the button every time. Honey lasts for just about ever unless you add water to it. Oh, really? Today I learned. I didn't know that. Alright, readies from the players are out. We're gonna get going into Tomb of Spider Queen. We've got ads out of the way. Thank you for your, patience between games. It's like 20 years old, the burger. Yeah. I remember there was like some internet post about like a McDonald's burger that was like still like looked okay. I think the best was there was a video of someone trying to give a bear like a McDonald's cheeseburger and the bear was like Welcome in, everybody. Map number 2 in our first of 2 best 3s. We are going to get into Tomb of the Spider Queen. The 10 heroes that were played in map number 1, like Sylvanas, Li Ming, etc., they are no longer available. The 6 heroes that were banned away cannot be banned again, but they can be played here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. So, Chromie, Vikings, all of those are actually available as we get another map going. Bathrobe Mafia will have first pick. This will be the map choice of White Tree of Gondor. These maps, as I mentioned beforehand, are predetermined. And, Tomb of the Spider Queen will be our kickoff. Double soak from mid to top is very important. Solo lane is going to be rotated into here and there, so some mobility in the solo lane to be able to back off is not bad, like Leoric. Leoric is a great hero for that. We sometimes will see Rexar, and he'll go Flare at level 1. You just literally constantly throw the Flare into the turn-in point, the clutch in the bottom lane, so that way you can see the rotation from the enemy, because Flare is a 20-second duration, 20-second cooldown. Cooldown is an active cooldown, so that means that the moment that it expires, you can throw another one out. So you have like 99% uptime, effectively. Tomb of the Spider Queen, Gul'dan is already removed. Maiev as well. Gul'dan phenomenal for this map as wave clear is so good. Zool is a hero that we see here and there. Azmodan and Nazeebo can be a consideration, but we'll have to see what ends up coming from this. Now, what's up, Deathin? How you doing, bud? Aw, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, Lion Lag, good to see you. I was looking in your channel earlier. It's good to see you again, my friend. Hopefully you've been well. Whether you took a break or had a vacation, I'm not sure, but good to see you. So there's a Light HoTS tournament. Does that mean the Dark HoTS tournament also exists? Yes. Much like yin and yang. Unfortunately, the Dark HoTS tournament is so dark you can't see it. Mephisto and Maiev are going to be banned away. I was wondering if we get a first pick Chromie. It absolutely is. Gul'dan and Anubarak will be your your 2 bans from Bathrobe Mafia. So into the Chromie, what do we want to consider here? The other things that you can see on this map often, too, are going to be, like, Stitch's kidnap comps. But I don't think that's going to be happening, as we have the Crusader Johanna and the Sniper Ana coming in. So with Ana being grabbed for White Tree of Gondor, the assumption is that it'll be some sort of nano-boosted mage. The assumption. It doesn't have to be, but Eye of Horus definitely can still be a play. Deadeye at level 20 is not too bad either. Yrel is in an insanely good spot right now, as she got some buffs she didn't need. With an Anduin to be grabbed. You know I love talking about Cho'Gall. You know I love talking about Cho'Gall, as Bathrobe Mafia does have a beautiful setup for it. White Tree of Gondor, what do they want to get rid of? I'm not honestly sure. They'll just go ahead and ban on a Muradin, okay. I mean, it is something Masquerade does like to play a lot, so it's just a safe ban. I don't think they're gonna Cho'Gall. I could also see, the other thing I could see here is going to be like a Varian or even an Arthas. I think both of those could be great with the Chromie and the Anduin. Howling Blast into Chastise into Chromie Burst. You have also Charge Taunt from Varian into Chastise, all that good stuff. It looks like we have a DC onto one of the players. I don't know specifically why. I'm trying to see if what was the issue. I have to tab here and Google something. The lobby might need to be remade. Why? Okay, I guess they have to remake the lobby or something like that. There's also a Grey HoTS tournament. What's up, Krusty? Are you Romanian? Are you of Romanian extraction? I mean, my mom and dad escaped Ceausescu's communism. My aunt still lives there. My 2 cousins are there. My uncle. The family grave plot is in... I mean, we're from Cluj, specifically. All right, readies are out. We're not gonna reset the gamble, by the way. So, be sure to get your gamble in, as the gamble time will be shorter. I cannot add time to it. But yes, our family's from Romania. We still have family there, and I have not been back for many years. Just traveling to Europe is expensive and takes a lot of time. What's it like being Roman? I get the urge to burn cities down. Right? That was Nero, right? The Roman Emperor Nero burned down. One of my favorite applications when I was a kid was the Nero burning application to burn CDs. And then when I learned about it in school, I came home and I told my brother, and he's like, yeah, you're an idiot. He's like, duh. So, Tip of the Spider Queen, we've got the Bathrobe Mafia on the left. We are apparently doing different bands now. Do I speak Romanian? No, I don't. I got bits and pieces. My parents did not want to teach us the language. But I can pick up on bits and pieces. I know a little bit here and there. I know some general stuff. Alright, so we'll get into the Chromie ban.
I'm not checking in.
Okay. Johanna Anna. There's the Yrel Anduin. So we'll see a Muradin band right here. And then, so the Cho band, by the way, was a Gul'dan. Nero Burning Ram was the best name. It was, right? Alright, this is, I believe, where we left off in the draft. So you have the Johanna Anna. Anduin, Yrel, Chromie. You need something to step up and try and get into the backline of Chromie and Anduin. You have Sleep Dart, you have Condemn. I feel like you need like a dive with that. The Vala pickup isn't too bad. Deathwing for the solo lane I like. Deathwing into Yrel isn't too bad. She does have percent base damage at level 16. Right now the percent base damage is a bit low. Tychus could also be grabbed, and they could rotate Tychus into bottom and harass onto Deathwing here and there. Could also see Thrall. And Thrall could do that same thing. He could be in the 4-man, then just rotate to bottom here and there. Looks like it'll be Genji Varian. So as I was mentioning earlier, I was talking about the Varian with Charged Taunt, or possibly even Arthas with his Howling Blast to synergize with the Anduin and the Chromie. So the Varian last pick is not too surprising. Last pick with the Johanna Anna Vala Deathwing. Will they hypercarry Vala and get like a Zarya for some shielding, or do they consider some sort of mage?
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
We got Junkrat. Fantastic to be able to harass in the rotations with Steel Traps, Concussion Mines. Also can be able to create some space if Varian wants to dive in onto a target, throw down that Concussion Mine and blast them back. It might be Boom Pow level 4 just to be able to have more opportunities to knock back the enemies. But either way, let's go ahead and get into map number 2 of our first best 3 of the day. Well, the whole thing with my parents is that they were, when my brother and I were very young, they were just starting their life in America, so my dad working a couple jobs, my mom doing residency at a hospital, like, there just wasn't time to basically teach the kids after work Romanian, so they also love, when we were younger, how they could just talk in front of us and we would know what they were saying. That was also something that they actually were very happy about, but, you know, either way. Bathrobe Mafia on the blue with the Anduin, Yrel, Varian, Genji, and Chromie. To the right, it is the White Tree of Gondor with Johanna, Deathwing, Anna, Vala, and Junkrat, and that is a Divine Fortress Johanna. Slumber Shells on the Anna. You have your Creed of the Hunter Vala. The extra wound timers as well. Deep breathing for Chromie on the Dragon's Breath. Uncapped, by the way. No one freed Harrison Jones. Agile Dismount. Lion's Maw. Dauntless for Yrel. We do have the Dragon, Soul, Deathwing, and Anduin. We'll take a look and see what he's got here. Yo, what's up, Kaimo? Good to see you, bud. Shatter going out from Deathwing, harassing. This is going to be Sleep Dart connecting into Masquerade, but the Varian will be able to back off behind the gate. A little auto into the Deathwing. Your mom's a doctor, that's cool. Yeah. My dad also has 5 degrees. One of them is a master's in organic chemical engineering. So if you think organic chemistry is hard, make it even harder. Either way, this is going to be a double soak. We have some gems to be picked up. Things are looking pretty equal between the two teams. Concussion Mine will blast Genji off to the side, but he'll be able to Swift Strike and reset his positioning. You have Deathwing in bottom lane, putting the hurt onto Yrel with the Earth Shatter. Does have the World Breaker aspect going right now as the body blocks onto Yrel are pretty decent. Vala trying to chase in. That vault kind of got eaten by the wall. And I don't know if Urel's going to be able to live here. She's trying to get away. The Hungering Arrow does get the kill. We have the rotation in from the Genji as well. The gems from Urel will not be picked up. A few lost right there as Varian Lion's Fang will pick up a 6th stack. Giga Brain Parrots, and then and then there's me. Vala trying to back away from the incoming Genji damage. Almost gets taken down, but will be able to retreat behind the gate. Get a few healing darts out from the Ana. And reset for full. Genji, though, will be able to confirm the kill onto Junkrat. There is Deathwing and Ana to be able to pick up the gems that were dropped. And Incinerate Wing Flap really quickly. Onslaught. Right back into the Urel, but Genji jumps in. He's going to try and get some Shuriken Mastery stacks, up to 2 of the 60. And we do have at level 4 the Heat Transfer for Deathwing with that Incinerate trigger. Urel chunked, but I don't think Deathwing's going to get the kill. Let's peek back into mid lane. So we do hold the Ana vision so we can see who she's got her dosages on. Vala is going to be 3 stacks away from getting her first % increase for Krita the Hunter. She has not died yet. It was the Junkrat that died earlier, that's right. So he'll just maneuver himself back really quickly. Onslaught again. Looking to chase on to this Urel. She avenging Wraths back into Deathwing. Ana and Vala will be getting the Bruiser camp just below this, and Siege Giant camp will not be invaded or discovered by Urel. Concussion Mine tries to push back Genji, but he's actually going to get hit with a Sleep Dart. Deflect gets activated, and Genji will safely reposition towards bottom lane, getting a few heals out from the Anduin as well, who's going to mount up and take the safe rotation down to bottom as well for this defense. Against these couple Siege Giants, which looks like bottom lane Fort Gate is taking a bit of damage from the Deathwing and such. Shahana level 4 is going to be that subdue. I'm still reeling from the fact that we have Divine Fortress. Also, it will be the mind-numbing agent for the Ana, so that's why we want to see the dosages on the targets, because each dose is a -10 spell power. And I believe max dosages are 5. Righteous Momentum for the Urel. Chromie does have the Morbius Loop. She also went into it Horror Anomaly, so she has more time traps, lower cooldown. And the Red Web Weavers have entered into lanes. We'll see what White Tree of Gondor are able to pick up siege-wise. Chromie blasting away top lane. Junkrat will go into the lane and assist a little bit. He'll get the experience from the minions as well as the gems, I do believe. Mid lane looks like there's no assistance in the push. Bottom lane might be the major focus right now for White Tree of Gondor. And it seems that Junkrat was not able to back away from the Genji, who jumped into top lane, Chromie assisting. It is going to be 4 as the max on dosages. Okay. Red Web Weavers have expired. Siege-wise, we're looking at some gates to be taken down. A little bit of significant damage on the mid lane fort, as well as bottom. So they're going to maybe be able to take down this Ana. Varian stepped up with a charge. Righteous Hammer from Urel trying to get that angle to push back the Ana. The Cataclysm coming in from the Deathwing, but that'll be Ana taken down. And I don't think anyone's going to pick up those 5 gems that she did drop. Deathwing does get them. All right, Blue Web Weavers, descend to the lanes. What they get, we're gonna find out together. Also, Temporal Loop was the pickup for Chromie. Varian's Warbringer, X-Strike, Ardent Defender, and Light Bomb. We'll dismount onto Johanna. I think all she's going to be getting very in charge. Taunt. Light Bomb over the wall. And Ana Sleep Dart goes out. Genji gets blasted by the concussion mine. Deflect. Oh, there was almost enough damage over time to take them down, but Anduin and Desperate Prayer and Flash Shields will be enough. Volo's going to be the pickoff. We have Genji traded by the Junkrat. And we do have Heroics to the right as well with the Blessed Shield, Bellowing Roar, Eye of Horus, Reign of Vengeance, and Riptire for the Junkrat as Varian's Lion's Maw level 1 has been completed. So, Blue Web Weavers have concluded, but the thing is, it's back-to-back turn, and the clutch opens up in 5 seconds. So we could see those gems go in, but it is everybody but Genji, I think, needs to turn in. Yes. Is it an immediate turn in, or is there a little bit of a delay to maybe push up the waves a little bit more, grab a camp potentially? Cataclysm comes in from Deathwing. Righteous Hammer pushing Volo to the side. She's trying to get away. And has the Bellowing Roar create the space needed for Vala? Absolutely. Light Bomb goes out. I hear a Temporal Loop onto somebody. An Onslaught. Deathwing doesn't get the kill into Chromie. She times out, but I don't know if she's going to live right here. Yeah, she'll be taken down by a giant claw of Deathwing. Varian might pick up those gems. It looks like those will be lost. That is the turn-in dropped. Still pretty close to a turn-in, but a couple more waves are going to be needed. Another onslaught forward from Deathwing. He is getting chunked. The armor plating's dropped. The X-Strike comes through. The Genji will be traded. The Eye of Horus from Ana firing from the Hall of Storms, trying to take down Urel and heal up the allies, but won't be able to get that. Chromie's 3 stacks away from Deep Breathing, which will be cooldown reduction as well as your mana cost reduction. Shuriken Mastery's done. 3 stacks on Piercing Light. 102 for the Vala. 151 for the Deathwing, and no Subdun Johanna. She does have full Divine Fortress stacks as she steps forward with 45 gems and Iron Skin active. Healing Dart's going out, but Urel rounds the corner with a Righteous Hammer to the face, and a bonk will take down Junkrat. Another charge from Varian. Taunt up in 1 second. He might have that. Urel is currently just body blocking the Vala in this disengage. Genji chases down Ana on the right. Now Deathwing onslaughts back into the enemy squad. This is Bathrobe Mafia with a 6-kill lead. A level lead as well. Talent tier currently, and Varian will go Juggernaut level 13 for that 4% of the enemy health bar as damage, and you can charge every 4 seconds. There's going to be your second Web Weavers to the side of Bathrobe Mafia. What is their game plan for Siege? There's 3 forts available on the enemy side. A lot of those gates have been taken down already, so this could be triple fort play. Death timers have completely concluded for White Tree of Gondor. And also Chromie's done with that Deep Breathing, so she has the cooldown and mana cost reduction. Varian steps up into Vala. She answers with a Reign of Vengeance. A Sleep Dart also connecting. Vala continues to get some shots in, and level 16 will be huge with... level 16 will be huge with Manticore. As Riptire goes over the wall from Junkrat from top lane. Deathwing Bellowing Roar was also utilized. Leap of Faith pulls the ally to safety. Bottom lane fort is going to be taken down by the Web Weaver. Mid lane fort has been taken down. Junkrat will be able to defend top lane. My apologies, we missed the Vala kill here in mid lane. Johanna will have 52 gems for the team. 3 more and she'll have the entire next turn in, as that'll be a Hearth out from Johanna. Web Weaver's mostly cleared out. Does seem like we're going to have that top lane fort prioritized next. Chromie has time traps with that Horror Anomaly, which will be able to take a few tower shots until the mini wave gets here. Varian charge taunt. The Light Bomb goes into the Junkrat in the backline. Swift Strike from Genji, but unable to confirm the kill into Junkrat, though the 3rd fort will fall. We do have 16 talents here coming up. This is Johanna with 54 gems. Concussion Mine does not get the displacement. Varian with another charge onto the Vala. And it is 60 gems needed and 60 gems held by Bathrobe Mafia. So will they go straight turn-in, or do they tag a boss for boss plus Webweaver? Alright, no boss tag. But we do get this Bruiser Camp to be picked up in time. The reason we talk about the tag is because when Webweavers do spawn, it will despawn camps on the map. So both these teams know that they're trading these Bruiser Camp pickups. The big thing to mention is this is basically triple turn-in for the side of Bathrobe Mafia. And they've got the talent tier advantage. They've got a level lead. What is their siege priority? It seems like clear out mid, rotate to top. Morel's going to continue to soak a bottom lane. And Varian will advance the wave up in top. Chromie and friends will do the same in mid. It's a really hardy wave in mid lane. But Varian will make his rotation into mid to help out the allies for this potential keep gate takedown. Johanna steps up with Iron Skin active. Condemn pulls some of the units together. A little easier wave clear for Junkrat and Vala. And this mid lane Webweaver opens up the keep gate a little bit. Bottom lane is very similar. Deathwing gets hit with a small charge from Varian. He'll be pushed away by a concussion mine of Junkrat. 108 gems are currently held by White Tree of Gondor. Johanna with an entire turn-in for the team. As we have a bush party set up, they're going to dive onto the Deathwing, he was just trying to clear a catapult. Johanna does not get the bigger bundle. She gets hit with the Tempora loot, pops Iron Skin, but it's stuck in a loop level 20. Light Bomb. Finds no stun. With his 12 to 4 in kills. Varian continuing to pressure through mid lane. Alright, so what's available on the map? What can be picked up? We do have bottom Siege Giants, bosses up. 30 of 65 gems to Bathrobe Mafia. 101 of 55 for White Tree of Gondor. 73 on the Johanna. Varian Hearthing next to the Johanna turning in. Genji jumps in for one delay, Deathwing dropping down from the sky. Riptire will connect into the Varian. Vala picked off by Chromie. The Belling War used by Deathwing as he onslaughts around the corner to try and take down Genji, but he's able to back off and tap well. Cataclysm. As a concussion mine will push Urel to the side, but she ends up just stepping back into this Junkrat. Eye of Horse from On is activated, trying to heal up the Johanna with 73 gems. Light Bomb is going to be there. Johanna's going to be caught by it. Can they take down the Crusader? Bonk from Righteous Hammer says yes, and Deathwing is going to pick up all those gems. Onslaught to try and back away. Genji deflect. Can he get away from this Junkrat damage? It seems like yes, and Deathwing, no, those gems. Gems go down the drain. The bottom lane keep is going to fall. Bathrobe Mafia advance towards the enemy core, looking for map number 2 victory in this best of 3 series to advance further into the single elimination bracket whenever that semifinal matchup will happen. Core is falling. Riptire summed by the Junkrat. This is a hefty amount of siege going in. Map number 2 will be picked up by Bathrobe Mafia. GG, well played. Detroit Donut. All right. So we have another best of 3. It's going to be Sirs versus Skibidi Exodia. So we'll go ahead and show you all the talents, show you the stats, roll out the ads, pay out the gamble, and then we'll get ready for the final best of 3 of the day, everybody. Bit of a shorter stream on my end today, but appreciate everyone hanging out with me and chatting and all that good stuff. By the way, the sub goal is to cook and do a bunch of different hot sauces for hot wings, by the way. So, like a Hot Ones challenge, but I don't think we're gonna go get like the Hot Ones box. Maybe, we'll see. But yeah, that's the game plan for that if you're curious. All right, so Bathrobe Mafia did win it. So let's go ahead and pay out that gamble. And let's set up for the next map. The next series, actually. So it'll be Sirs on the left. I think in my opinion, this should be a really close series. Skibbity. I don't know how to spell Skibbity, man. I think that's a good thing. Alright, Skibbity Exodia a little too long. We'll shorten that. Sirs, we will shorten as well. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Hopefully you're all enjoying today's casting and such. What will be our first map for this? Oh, I have this on this tab. So first map will be Towers of Doom. Okay. All right, we're asking the tournament organizer if we're waiting till the top of the hour, because if we are, then I'll play like an ARAM or something. I don't think I can sit here for 40 minutes and ramble with a delay on. So we'll wait here. We'll see what's going on, and we can chat about random stuff in the meanwhile. Then you discovered alcohol 120% for more accurate ISO burning. What was the program that made a CD drive in your computer that didn't actually exist? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like, it was basically like a digital CD drive. There was an app that we used for that as well. I can't remember what it is. Ugh. The early days of computing with Winamp. And destroying the family computer with a bad download from LimeWire. You can redeem like 40 Baja Tells a Story. I mean, you don't have to redeem it if you just want to give me Damon Tools. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Yes, yes. That was the one. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, my brother set that up for me because I had no idea. Paint? Sapol Khan, how you doing, bud? Oh, you want me to paint something in 40 minutes? You miss Winamp skins? Aren't they still isn't Winamp still a thing? Can't you still get Winamp skins and stuff? I mean, I'll sit here and tell you guys stories, you just gotta tell me, you just gotta give me prompts. Winamp. Let's see. You can still download the app, The Player of a Generation. There's a Winamp skin museum, and you can download all of them. Literally. You got the download link and everything down there. Did you try? I have not even heard of that game. I don't typically do demos. Mostly because, like, I like to just wait for games to come out and then I play them. Masquerade, thank you for the raid. Welcome on over. Welcome, welcome. GG's on your series. We do have follower mode on. It is just to get rid of the bots, so please do hit the follow button if you're not following. What is this game? Build a grand totalitarian colony. Person storm roguelike battlefield with your soldiers, shape citizens' fears, loyalty, bonds, feuds. This seems very, very involved. The trailer is not telling me much. Oh, wait, no, I am stealing a little bit. Thank you again for the raid. Appreciate it. Tell us about your favorite Magic the Gathering set. I was a swamp player. I liked playing swamps. My brother did give me a goblin deck at one point. He like built and made me a goblin deck, and that was really fun. I already did the shout out. No worries, bud. My mod's got it and everything. I got it. My mod got it. We've given all the shout outs. Yeah, I don't think this is a game for me. This is chaotic as I'm watching it. We have a lot of games on our list. So we have 40K, Dawn of War 4, Phantom Blade 0, Wolverine. This week we're going to be starting Stellar Blade because I've never played it. So yeah, in the future we have Final Fantasy 9 and 10. Kingdom Hearts 3 is on the list as well. That's just like off the top of my head. Okay. So we are going to wait till the top of the hour for the next match. So I guess we could play an ARAM or we could just sit here and chat realistically. I don't mind either way, but the Wolverine game has been ordered. I got physical for it, so it's probably going to show up like 3 days late. And then same thing, I'll probably do the same thing with Phantom Blade 0. I saw something today that like Phantom Blade 0 has like a PlayStation State of Play coming up or something. Yo, what's up, Mitch? How you doing, bud? We've got 2 fans on Bandit today, and it looks like he's a lot more comfortable with it. 40K inspired, built in a bullet hell take with, yeah, it's a lot. Got a Twinkies. Interesting. I don't know if I don't think it's for me. What's up, Zan? How you doing today, bud? You just started playing through the original Dawn of War for the first time. Nice. I played a little bit of it for a subathon, then I played a little bit more afterwards, and I was enjoying it. Your PS5 has arrived. Excited to play new games. You don't know what to buy. I very much recommend God of War 2018, I think is the year. Ragnarok is okay, but that God of War game is so freaking good. God of War. Was it 2018? Was that the one? It's on PC, but it's such a good game. Yes, yeah, April 20th, nice. 2018. I really, really recommend that game. I personally love, it's such a good story. It's amazing to play. I think it's great for a PlayStation because you can put it up on like the bigger TV and stuff like that, so. I also recommend Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Those are really good. Really, really, really good. They will eat up a lot of your time. There's so much you can do in those games. I'm trying to think of other PlayStation stuff. There's Bloodborne. There's Bloodborne. What else? I also recommend Final Fantasy 16. I've been playing that. That's been really fun. Metal Gear Solid's Delta Snake Eater. That's really good for PS5. Hopefully that gives you some idea. If you're a racing guy, there's a bunch of, there's racing games. There's is it Gran Turismo for PlayStation or is it Forza? I know like one is Xbox, one is PlayStation. I forget which one's which. But as I said, like, I mean, if you're looking for a game for your PS5, those are what I would recommend. I know some of them are on PC already, but Ghost of Tsushima is amazing. I haven't played it, but Ghost of Yote is supposed to be really good as well. Ghost of Yote is PlayStation exclusive. Tsushima is on PC, but Gran Turismo is the PlayStation one. Thank you, Hostile. I knew you'd know. Yes, Muffins, yes. Not an ad, but all Final Fantasy games are on sale on Steam right now. And you just picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake. Nice. Forza has turned 7, which is Microsoft, yeah. Because Forza was like an Xbox, like, that was like the Xbox, like, high-level racing game or something like that. And Gran Turismo was the PlayStation one. I never got into them. You can, you know, Mitch, you can pre-order GTA 6 if that's your jam. I will not be playing GTA 6. This will be a GTA 6 free stream. So you can hide away from all the GTA 6. I can't wait. I cannot wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 to be out so we can stop hearing about Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm so excited for that. Oh, dude, Burnout, like, Burnout Paradise, I think it was. That one was pretty good. The amount of Need for Speed and Burnout that me and my friends played so much. I forget which Burnout it was where they introduced the crash mode. Oh my god, the amount of hours we spent in that crash mode trying to get like the best crash score, and oh my god, that was so much fun. And that was, I remember, we had rented it from Blockbuster or Hollywood, whichever one, because we went to both of them. But I remember we love Need for Speed, so we rented a Burnout game from Hollywood or Blockbuster, and then we found that crash mode, and we spent so much time in that. I think Jeff ended up buying that Burnout game. And then there was like a Need for Speed game that we rented one time where you could literally have like wings on your car and do like aerial tricks and stuff. It was interesting. I'm excited for it, but not like I need this or destroy villages for it. Got you, okay. No GTA 6 here, only Hades speedrunning. By the way, speaking of roguelites and roguelikes, we will be doing a massive roguelite, and a little bit of, whatchamacallit, Metroidvania for the September Subathon. I'm tempted to just show all of the games for the September Subathon, because usually we have 2, like, secret games to kind of generate some hype. But I think I'm just going to show all the games when I make the schedule. Because I've already talked about a ton of them. Like, we're going to play Gungeon, we'll play some Hades, there's Resident Evil 7, there's the mod as well, the mod, not in 7, in Resident Evil 9, there is the mod in the game where you basically have a roguelike. Bollocks Pit is on the list, Everything is Crab, The Messenger is on the list, that's going to be one of the Metroidvanias. I'm tempted to do Blasphemous as the other Metroidvania. But yeah, that's the game plan for the subathon. We're not going to be doing Heroes of the Storm at the start like we normally do. Oh, and speaking of, I need to submit to Twitch my request for front page. And then during that subathon, we did hit the Corsair stuff that I need to hit. So we do have another giveaway. So I will try and get a giveaway for all of you for that subathon. Are you looking forward to the new Silent Hill coming in September? Yes, I love watching Silent Hill. There's a couple games, a couple like franchises where I just love watching it. Silent Hill and Zelda. Those 2 franchises, I love watching people play those games. So I don't know if I'll be getting it and playing it, but I definitely is the new Gungeon coming out already? I don't know. I was kind of hoping that it will be out when we do the subathon, but I don't think it is. Gungeon 2. I know it got announced like a year ago or something. Enter the Gungeon 2. Planned release date to be announced. So there's no information. Maybe at Gamescom. New giveaways, so many old returning people to say hello. Yeah. You can watch Hazu play it? I probably will. What's up, Sly? How you doing today? Potato is everywhere. Potato is everywhere. You've been playing Neon Abyss 2 Early Access. Ooh. Sounds interesting. Oh, I like the art already in some of the images. It's, you know what the art kind of reminds me of? A little bit is, what was that ninja game that we played? I beat it in, like, one day. What was that ninja game we played? Katana Zero. Yes, Katana Zero. It kind of gives me that that sort of vibe a little bit. Also, Katana Zero, great game. Big recommend on my end. Very, very fun game. I think we beat it literally in a day. Also, you can, if you want to see the bit.ly link right there, is every game we've beaten on stream. I have probably missed a few, but yeah, the first game that was not Heroes of the Storm was Alien Isolation, and it was one of the viewers that got me into streaming more. It was like my first sub goal sort of thing, and I remember I committed to just beating the game that night. And I want to say it was my first ever, like, long stream. I think I streamed from, like, 6 p.m. to, like, 2 in the morning or something. Playing Alien Isolation. For, like, 5 viewers. It was amazing. I remember I finished the game. It was, like, 2 in the morning. I finished the game. And I was messaging my buddy, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to sleep. That game is amazing. I am looking forward to the Alien Isolation, the new game. Yeah. What Souls game you recently had issues with? I remember you got stuck on a boss for hours. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers? Was it Wu Chang Fallen Feathers where I was on a boss for 3 hours? And it turns out that I was not supposed to be there. I was like 30 levels under-leveled. But God Gamer Baja bashes his face into things. And wins. I effectively had to do that, like, no hit. Yeah, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Very interesting game. Cool, bosses and design. Lot of bugs in that game. I literally remember streaming that at the lowest possible settings. I want to say I actually was using using windowed mode and then doing, like, a capture that way. Yeah, it was, hey, look. The amount of bosses that I've spent hours on, yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy VIII. We spent 3 hours on the final boss of Final Fantasy VIII. The attempt that actually won it was like a 2-hour run on that boss. The one with Connect and Alien could hear sounds you make IRL. It was crazy. This is... It's kind of like secret news, but it's not really. In Alien Isolation, in some of the harder difficulties, the alien actually there's actually machine learning in the game. They actually developed it so that in the harder difficulties, if you, like, escape the xenomorph and use, like, a locker, it'll start checking lockers now because it saw you go into one or something like that. So it's it's really cool for Alien Isolation. Bashing your face into things is the goal of every Souls game. That's true, yeah. Remember the boss I told you to take off all your armor and you played better? Yes, yes. It was the boss in the drained... so in Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, there was like a reflecting pool, and you dropped into that to do the boss fight. And that was like the first, like, health boss check in that game. That one took me like an hour as well, I think. Maybe 2 hours. And then I remember, like, I think Cav literally was like, you should just take off your armor. And then I literally beat it the next time. Well, so here's what ended up happening, Crush. I got to an area, and I was going, and then there was a path to the left, and my brain went, let's go to the left. So I went to the left, and I was walking around, and it was, like, really hard to kill things. And I was like, man, I don't think I'm supposed to be here right now, because that's usually what Souls games tells you. Like, if you walk into an area, and then, like, someone hits you, and, like, 3/4 of your bar goes down, it's like, I should not be here right now. So then I was talking out loud, and chat was like, no, you can be here right now. That is the second and last time I ever listened to chat on a Souls game, because chat also told me that the Lady Butterfly in Sekiro was a main story boss. She's not. She's not, but I did beat her as well. Lady Maria of the Astro Clock Tower took you hours. I almost first tried her. On my first attempt on her ever, I almost first tried her. I got cocky at the end. I was parrying, though. I was parrying, because there's some people that are like, oh, the way you enjoy Lady Maria of the Astro Clock Tower is you don't parry her. It's like, shut up. The mechanics in the game, I can use it. So, yeah. Orphan of Kos took me a while. And so did Ludwig. Oh, no. Of the DLC, my biggest hurdle was the optional boss you don't even have to fight, Lawrence. Lawrence actually was a jerk. I don't know what it was, but of all the DLC bosses, Lawrence literally took me the most amount of time. I don't know why. Ludwig, the Holy Blade or whatever, that was like a good half an hour, 45 minutes. Orphan of Kos was like an hour and a half. Lady Maria was like 2 attempts. Living Failures, I think, was a first attempt. But Lawrence literally took me hours. Lawrence was a butthole. And the run up to Lawrence sucks. Because you have the giant boulder, then you have the gate opening with the 2 dudes, and there's the dude behind the gate, and he can possibly swing and hit you as well. The run back to Lawrence is, ugh. But like the run up to Ludwig, fine. The run up to Lady Maria of the Astro Clock Tower, not bad. Living Failures, literally right there, right before the room, so, yeah. But yeah, that's, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, I literally just went the wrong way. And the funny part is, after we beat that boss, the one that I wasn't supposed to be at, it was actually a dead end in the game. So I literally beat the boss, and I'm waiting for, like, a door to open up so I can progress, and I'm like, where's my progression? And then I think that was, like, the end of the stream that day. So then I think I looked up a video, and I was like, oh, yeah, I have to go down that one snowy pathway. The rest of the game was a cakewalk, because I had basically beaten all the super hard stuff, and then everything else was super easy by comparison, because I was over-leveled at that point from every... Yeah, so... So, yeah. By the way, we're just waiting for the next series to get going. We've got 22 minutes until that happens. In the meantime, we did have some bandit redemptions, so we can get those going for the good boy. Well, while we sit here and chat. Ugh. Hi, buddy. Are you nice and cool today, bud? You got 2 fans. Oh, yeah, you're nice and cool. All right. Wouldn't the game have been better if the developers had gently led you to the right areas instead of a torture room followed by no challenge? Well, I mean, that speaks to the game itself. like, I think Lies of P does it the best. Lies of P does it so good to give you the illusion that you have in, like, an openish world, but Lies of P is just room after room after room, but there's, like, little offshoots that give you that illusion that you have more to explore. But Lies of P is very, like, straightforward. The only place that I'd say is, like, a little bit sort of, like, looping in a sense is the, museum section. The museum section does loop around a little bit, but it's like one of those things like where you have to basically get to the end to unlock something to then, yeah. So, I forgot to start cooking earlier, so now I have to sit here hungry while my beef stew fills the house with an amazing smell. I need to be distracted. So let's talk about Taco Bell. How you doing, Suswarren? Last night I made sausages, so the house smells of garlic and meat. It is delicious. Because the sausages we do, they're Polish sausages, and then we do them on the stove. You put in lard, some oil, like olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic. And then you slowly cook them every 15 minutes. You rotate a quarter until they're nice and cooked through. You let them rest. You pour all that delicious fat and everything that came out of the sausage and what you created, you pour that into the dish as well. You put that fat on some toast, mashed potatoes, which I'm going to do tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. I do really want tacos, so I think this week I'm going to do, I think I'll do like a taco night on Tuesday, because sausages should last me, today's Sunday, right? Yeah, Sunday, Monday, sausages should last me, so I can do tacos on Tuesday. But yeah, I ate breakfast, like 2.5 hours ago. I'm already hungry again. Are you distracted from food yet? No, but I am really, really excited on the topic of not food. I am really excited about the upcoming Gamescom, and also I got accepted into Duskblood's network test. I am under the assumption that I'll be able to stream it. The network test starts on the 18th, but it just depends on when they do the network testing as well, because sometimes the windows for the network test will be like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so if that's the case, I might just, you know, play it on the couch or in bed with Bandit. But if there is a network test window that is available during our relative stream time, I'll definitely do that. I'd love to be able to stream some Duskbloods for all of you so we can all kind of look at it together. But I can't wait. I'm excited to also be in the network test because it will give me an idea of whether or not I want to buy the game. Because the whole, like, the tagline of it is already not super appealing to me. I don't like PvP in Souls games. I really don't care about it. There's some people that, like, that's their absolute jam. I find it tedious and monotonous, and I don't like it. So the PvPvE aspect of Duskbloods is, I don't know. Because you're basically... It's like Night Rain, but there's no friends. That's kind of like the short way I've really understood it to be. It's Night Rain without friends. And you're a vampire. But either way, we'll see. I mean, From Software, I didn't think that Night Rain would have as much story and stuff that it does, but, you know, there's story for every single character, there's unlockables, there's secrets, so... I will say this, Night Rain did fall off my radar pretty heavily, and I was kind of expecting it, but it really fell off my radar. I don't know, a live service Souls game, I don't know, it's I feel like it's initially exciting, and then it really falls off for everyone. Because at least in the Night Rain, the gameplay loop kind of felt boring. Like, at a certain point, the loop was just kind of like, all right, we're here again. Maybe if there was, like, more map variety or something, maybe that, I don't know. But also, I did, because there was a couple of people asking me about it, I did check out that turret game the Iron Keep turret game or whatever that's in like a demo right now. I watched someone play it. No. No, thank you. That is a lot of go here, do this. Go here, do this. Go here, do this. Push button. Do all of it over again. I was honestly kind of bored watching it. I was like, okay, like I get the appeal, but like the gameplay loop felt really just... All right, it's, yeah. Cool concept. According to the streamer I was watching, the developers plan on doing, like, more updates and, like, changing stuff, but... Alrighty, so we are 15 minutes away from our next game. I'm gonna go get myself a fresh cup of tea, as I have drank through 2 already. And, you all can tell me what you are going to be getting up to today, besides the stream. Because I'm gonna... grab that tea. Hi, buddy. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll be, I'm gonna be getting together with some friends and doing some gaming later. So that's on the, ticket for me. Actually, speaking of... Send a message to our group, our gaming group here. Dust Blood testing time was already released. Oh, was it really? Because the page that I showed, it just literally said, come back on the 18th for more information. There are things besides the stream. There's only the stream. What's up, Shy? How you doing, bud? Okay, sorry, just trying to communicate with friends. There we go. So the Dust Blood testing time was already released. Dusk Blood's network test. Schedule. All right, so starting selection, we already got picked for it. Network test schedule, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. That is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, it actually says right there. I was looking at my calendar. 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Oh, God. I guess we're going to have to start stream early on that Friday. Like, that's the only logic I can throw at that. Because I'm not going to stream 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, there's supposed to be tournament stuff that Saturday. There's supposed to be some tournament stuff going on, so I might be casting that. That window does seem like the most plausible, though. Personally, you're just trying to chill today, finishing up the stomach bug, back to work tomorrow. No, you're good. You're good. I hope you feel better, bud. Those stomach bugs are annoying. It's just... And you know what the thing, too, is? When you have a stomach bug, that is when the worst food for your stomach at that time is the most appealing. Like, whenever I've had a stomach bug, I'm like, oh, dude, just quesadilla sounds amazing. But eating that much cheese is a horrible idea. Or pizza, or cheeseburgers, or Taco Bell. All those things sound amazing when you have a stomach bug. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just weird. All right, so we've got. I can see some players getting into lobby. So let's go ahead and get some ads out of the way for this next series. A whole quesadillas, a whole quesadillas. Is PZ server? I'm sure the moment you tell me what PZ is, I'll be like, ah, yeah, what is PZ? Private Citizen? Plants vs. Zombies? Nope, that's PVZ. Project Zomboid? Not just you, Baha, on this. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, Kalamoth, yeah. Anytime I've ever had a stomach bug, I always want food that I should not have. But I think that's also part of it, is like you feel so bad and stuff. Hey, buddy. Those legs, they're clean. Hi. Yeah, I know. Oh, man. By the way, that curry that I made, or not curry, the chicken tikka masala that I made was really good. I love like a simple simmer sauce. It just makes cooking so easy. Because you literally just cube up the chicken, and then you cook that, you throw the simmer sauce in, you let it do its thing, and then done. Easy. Purple Zero. I'm assuming it's Project Zomboid. I think that's the game. I think that is it, or is it Project Zombie? I don't know if it's Zomboid or Zombie. It is Zomboid. But I don't know if, like, it's a server thing or not. But yeah, I'm already, like, setting up my food schedule for this week. And then, we have a sub goal as well. I know 29 subs is a bit of a hike, but, the game plan is to do, we're gonna cook chicken wings, and then we will do, like, a bunch of different hot sauces to try. Kind of like a hot ones challenge, but I don't really know if I really want to do, like, the hot sauces. I might just go to the grocery store and buy, like, a bunch of different hot sauces. We'll see. I have to look on Amazon and see, like, price it all out a little bit better. Your brother loves Project Zomboid? I don't know anything about it other than it probably has to do with zombies and survival. Is that the one where you, like, you build base? It's kind of like Minecraft with well, I guess Minecraft does have zombies. But it's like isometric, top down, you, like, build a base and defend yourself, right? But that's the game plan for, like, the hot wings, the hot wings that we're gonna do. Because, like, I can grill the wings, which will take a little bit of time, then they can rest, and then we can sit there and chat. Correct, okay. It's like The Sims, but less clowns and toilets. Got you. But is there Simlish? Simlish, right? That's the language? Game's about to start, by the way. Games is about to start. We've got, one more player needed for this lobby. Good quality of life message. Oh, nice. Hey, as long as you guys have fun, that's what matters, right? That is what matters. So Towers of Doom will be map number 1. We've got the Sirs on the left. And it will be Skibbity Exodia. And we'll just get our last player into lobby, and then we'll get going. That's all good. So 1 player, and we'll jump into it. Hey, by the way, if you happen to work for Blizzard, I'm available for BlizzCon. I live in the state where it's happening, so that's gotta help out with some taxes or something. Just saying, pretty active here as a Stormcaster and streamer, and, you know, if you want to hit me up, my email is in the section below, or you can email me at bahamutplaysgames@gmail.com. If you want to send me that email, I'd love to cast BlizzCon. I'm pretty knowledgeable in the game, I would say. They're sending someone out again tomorrow. Ugh. The worst part is, I bet it's not actually at your location. It's probably like the Note or something. But they have to go through all of this, which is going to affect the employee record. So, yeah. There was literally the local manager from a couple times ago. He literally came to the house and was like, can you cancel this appointment and then we can go through all the stuff? And I was like, why? And then he explained that basically since he had, since there was like a guy that came the day before and he showed up, that guy from the day before is going to have his employee account get a negative mark on it because a new employee had to come for the same issue. All right, sorry, the players, someone was asking me, like, when are you going to run a tournament? And I'm like, I'm planning on it late September. I'm still planning to run a tournament late September. I'm going to try and organize it with Raven Court as well to get some assistance from there. But we're done. We're ready. Your Wi-Fi's gotten so unreliable. Dang. Project Zomboid is DayZ plus Sims plus Stardew-ish. Farm animals and elaborate crafting system. Now learning stuff below. Setting up. Oh, cool. All right, readies are out. Let's get going.
Towers of Doom.
Welcome, everybody, into map number 1 of our second best of 3 of the day. To the west in the blue will be the members of SIRS. In the red on the right will be Skibidi Exodia. They will have first pick. The maps are predetermined for this best of 3. Map 1, Towers of Doom. Map 2, Alterac Pass. Map 3, if we make it there. In the best of 3 will be Garden Terror Classic. So we'll see what we got going on, as this is your restricted draft rules of heroes that are banned cannot be banned in future maps. So Chromie cannot be banned in map number 2, but she could be played. Once a hero is picked and played, they're no longer available. So if we get like a first pick Blaze or Dahaka, they will not be available for the remainder of the series, and it makes no sense to ban them either way. But Vikings will be removed, Chromie to be banned, pretty common level or map 1 bans so far. I do think this is going to be a pretty tight matchup as well. SIRS and Skibidi Exodia very equal in experience and skill level, so I'm really hoping this one goes the distance for us. As we got Maev. Also, kudos to the player, was literally starting at 11 a.m. on the dot, or 20 CEST on the dot. That is a rare occurrence. I love to see it. You come back from the grocery store, no games played? No, it was basically like 45-minute downtime. We just sat here chatting. You can help with that most likely. I might need tournament. I might need tournament mods. I may just need some mods, but we'll see. I still gotta organize everything and make sure that the sponsor is good for that time frame as well. First pick Urel, not too surprising. Extremely good spot for her right now. Wave clear is good. Team fight on point. Heroic options are both great, and we'll see what's going to be matched into that, as we do have a Brightwing Sylvanas. Okay, so mobility is great, is strong for both of them. You got mind control maybe to go fishing. Wailing Arrow is an option as well. Rapid siege value with Haunting Arrow on top of that, so we'll see what else is going to be picked up with the Sylvanas. Urel and what out the gate? So they have their solo lane. Do they just go like healer, main tank, and then they can just flex on whatever they want to do for the remainder of the draft? That's definitely an avenue.
Oh, this is my jam.
Legally distinct Mega Man, and Li Ming will be coming through as well. I don't think they're gonna Cho'Gall it, but Sylvanas and Brightwing could see a Varian ban. Mortal Wound at 13 is a great way to deny some of the incoming phase shift value from Brightwing. Mixing Fire's already there too, at level 20 though. Arthas isn't a bad option. Johanna's solid. Looks like it'll be Falstad removed. They don't want to deal with the flying bird boy. But with Sylvanas Brightwing, I'm looking at the players trying to figure out what they might go for. The Hogger ban is solid. I was thinking they might go for a tank ban, but I think Hogger is a really, really smart ban. He's strong through and through. Mobility, fantastic to be able to, if you get those bounce angles, camp clear, wave clear, all of it's really strong for him. So I think that was a great solo lane ban. You still have Dahaka's up. Blaze has been banned. Diva could be played into your rel. The Dahaka is going to be the... It's not too surprising with Johanna as well. Then they can flex this last pick into either another Bruiser if they want to do that for Hypercarry Sylvanas. They could go into a Mage if they want some burst. They could also just lean into another sustained damage dealer. But with the Urel, Li Ming, Lucio, Johanna, Dahaka, I still like the Varian. Like, Varian with some sort of sustained damage dealer, like Tracer, Vala, all those could be good. Cassia is often picked up by Dino, but it has been a lot of Kira and Ragnaros for Dino as of late, and it's not too surprising that it will be a Kira grab with the Tyrael. Tyrael's been extremely popular in this tournament, and as of late, realistically. Last pick. So much mobility. Grapple Hook, Aldruin's Might, Lucio Push-Off, Blink, Avenging Wrath, Divine Steed, Hand of Freedom. Do you grab something to slow some of that down? Maybe like a Jaina? She also has great poke. She can play into Dahaka, Johanna, Brightwing very well. It is going to be your legally distinct Mario, Thrall. But... Oh, also, by the way, that skin that you just saw for Thrall, that is free on the Battle.net launcher. If you would like to get a free Thrall skin, open up your Battle.net launcher. You don't even have to boot the game. You can just literally click on it in the Battle.net launcher. But get your gambles in. Here we go! Yo, what's up, Kyle? Alrighty, map 1 of the final best of 3 of the day, as we enter into Towers of Doom. Really quickly, thank you again everyone for hanging out. If you joined in from the Masquerade Raid, thank you so very much for sticking around. If you're new to the stream, be sure to drop a follow. It costs you $0. It's a 0-minute follow. It just helps us avoid the bots that want to sit here and constantly spam messages about buying the best followers. But why would we buy the best followers when we have the best followers? Sirs in the blue. Scorch, Brightwing, Nano Sylvanas, High Wraith, Thrall, DK, Johanna, and Casper Dahaka. So Zarek, you're just in time for map 1. Skibidi Exodia for the east side of the map. Backed by the Gravekeeper, Hazu Ubzurel, Dino Kira, Hunter on the Lucio, Skog Tyrael, and Disciples your Li Ming. Aetherwalker, Justice for All, Accelerando, Maximum Effort, and Dauntless for your Urel. Unrelenting Torment on the Sylvanas. You also pick up that Maelstrom Weapon Thrall, Zealous Glare, Enhanced Agility, and Brightwing, maybe Greater Polymorph? Nope, Hypershift. You're having a good time? Well, I'm glad to hear. Ride that high. Keep that positive going. Alright, so Hypershift was the Brightwing pickup. As bottom lane pressure onto the fort gate from Sirs will just be the minion wave. Maybe they're going to go and invade this Bruiser camp, Sapper camp on the right side. Doesn't look like it. DK being pushed around. Hunter getting that wall ride activation. Skog maybe looking to step up. Disciple will finish up the camp to the right. Look at Hazu. He gets dismounted from the tower shot, but the Avenging Wrath over the wall to join him with the allies. Dahaka still in the top lane. He does have Brushstalker off cooldown, but he's not going to be using it. And let's also go ahead and set up the Sylvanas vision really quickly so that way we can see who she's got marks on. You're welcome, Muffins. I'm doing my part. Lucio just amps things up a little bit with some healing to the allies. A few autos here and there to poke at the enemy health bars. DK advancing forward in the lane. Smite goes down from Tyrael. We do have that Fatal Wounds baseline for the Kira, already at 45 stacks. And Dahaka will be able to drag Kira into some tower shots, and Casper will be able to get first blood for the team. Polymorph onto Lucio. A couple autos, a Shadow Dagger. Sylvanas gets a little bit of free base stacks. And this will be Hunter hearthing out for full everything. I did not see, I've never seen the animation for this Lucio skin Hearth. It's very Mega Man coded, especially with the vertical sort of jump at the end. Honestly, it's a cool skin. These cell-shaded skins have really grown on me. Nano will be taken down. That'll be a kill to the side of Skibidi Exodia. That's Aldruin's Might trying to pressure onto High Wraith. We do have the bleed value, and Thrall will lose whatever Frost Wolfpack stacks he had from the level 4. Jana Condemn gets the triple hit with the Punish. Subdue will not be completed as you need the Quadra hit. And Kira in bottom lane is going to continue to advance the wave. We have triple Altar Phase coming up next. So we got big gambles on the Skibidi Exodia, but huge odds for these two teams. Thank you everyone for participating, if you did or can. Lucio trying to get the top left channel. Kira set up in mid. Dahaka with Lurker Strain's gonna bonk. And now we have Casper activating whatever little essence they have available. High Wraith is gonna get a face shift from Brightwing. Urel is still channeling the top right. This is gonna be a rotation down into the center. No one going for that top left yet. We do see Hazu mounting up and moving to the west on the minimap. I think he might be matching the Dahaka. Shadow Dagger interrupts once onto Lucio. Li Ming trying to step up. Some Arcane Orbs will zone. Urel, is she going to continue harassing onto this? We do have Kier in the bottom lane. Carnage goes through a few enemies. Urel is still delaying the top left, and Nano will be taken down. That is going to be reset for the Li Ming as they chase onto the Brightwing in the bottom of the map. Scorch is trying to get away and will not be able to disengage from this, and that'll be bleed damage to take down the Brightwing. Hazu going for the channel once again in the top left. He's going to get delayed by Dahaka. But will this be sustained? Or will Hazu eventually give this? That is a lot of damage into Casper. Hazu gets the Divine Steed level 7 insta-mount. Let's have that Hand of Freedom. Lucio stepping up with Yrel. Avenging Wrath connects onto this Dahaka. The Fascia from Brightwing will allow her to join in. We do have Tyrael and Kira stealing away a Sapper Camp, and I don't think Hazu will sustain this. Hunter Orc might go for one more delay, but he can't stick around too much. And that will be your Scorch channel. Kira and Tyrael were able to advance towards Thrall and take him down. His stacks once again reset to 0. What's up, Slow Roll? How you doing, bud? Happy Sunday, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with us and watching these games. That laugh means the boss is up. We're getting close to level 10 with 9.5 to 8 in favor of Skibidi Exodia. What will our next objective setup be? So Disciple's going to grab Sapper Camps for bottom lane, single objective in the center of the map. Yrel continues to double soak for the allies. Lucio just harassing onto Sylvanas, getting the dismount. A couple autos here and there, but just trying to also make sure that Sylvanas can't get free stacks onto him. Judgment, Wave of Force, High Five, Ardent Defender. We have a DC onto Johanna, so we might get a pause. There it is. All right, so what we're going to do really quickly here is we're just going to put ourselves in a neutral location, and we can take a look at some of the stacking stuff as we're waiting for the reconnection of Johanna. All right, so Brightwing build, pretty standard. You got your Magic Spit, Soothing Mist. I think Johanna's actually in a really rough spot. The Iron Skin is active as we are panning away from that little engagement, but we'll take a look at it once we get back into the game. But as I mentioned, we do have those heroics for Skibidi Exodia. It is a level lead as well. Talent tier advantage. You have Kira getting really close to finishing out the Fatal Wounds at level 1, or at a baseline, or Blood Rage baseline, sorry. And so that'll give you that 2-second duration. You also are going to be able to perpetually or continually build up the Blood Rage stacks. I believe this is an observer bug where it says 0.24%. I believe it is 0.25%. There have been some observer bugs, like, for example, Sylvanas' Black Arrow says 0 stacks of Black Arrow when we all know it's 3. So there's a few of these little bugs in the tooltips. As you play the characters, these don't exist. Like Deathwing, for example, for us says it's 1,900, but we all know if you're playing Deathwing, it does show the 2,000 stacks needed. But the Blood Rage sitting at 110, so Dino doing a really good job. Hasn't taken a level 10 yet. Dino has been playing a lot of Unrelenting Strikes, but when we talk about Unrelenting Strikes, there's Condemn to interrupt. You do have Polymorph to interrupt. You've got a Feral Spirit, I believe, would interrupt. Drag would interrupt. And then you have Isolation, Blessed Shield, Sundering, Mind Control. I'm already up to 8 interrupts as we have the ready out again. And we do have Johanna backing away. DK is in this game. This is Thrall trying to back away. Tyrael steps forward, and that'll be once again leaving, taking credit for the kill and getting a reset. We have DK trying to back away. The Judgment from Tyrael goes out. The final strike from Kier will be the heroic pickup, and Dino will be able to assist in getting the Brightwing kill, as the 7th kill is going to be over to the side of Skibidi Exodia.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
Okay. Bottom bell tower converted in favor of Skibidi Exodia. We do have Dahaka trying to get away from Yrel, but here comes Lucio with the Sound Wave. No level 13 for Heavy Caster, possible stun. Some Essence will be activated. Dahaka tries to use Lurker Strain to back away. Revolving Sweep is going to be able to push him back into this engagement, and Kira will get some assistance in the kill from Lucio. Bell tower being converted. Tyrael does not go for the channel, Lucio is going for it, okay. They won't be able to get these 5 shots, though. Bell tower conversion extremely fast, so it will be 4 shots into the enemy core, 28 to 36.
The Raven Lord will not keep me from this realm.
A few more autos just onto the Johanna. She looks to back away. Lucio amps it up, heals up Dino a bit more. Arcane Orbs from Disciple will assist on the wave clear. Thrall in the top lane, trying to find a Feral Spirit into Hazu, who gets the Avenging Rat charged up. Sundering interrupts the Divine Steed mount. The Isolation misses. Brightwing will be taken down in mid lane, and that is going to be a collapse onto Hazu with the Mind Control for the setup, but we have Johanna also falling in mid, so it's a 2-for-1, and you're losing 50% of your mid lane fort, if not more. Not a bad play coming up from Skibidi Exodia in the trade. 2 to 10 in kills, 11.5 to 13.5. Chain Lightning from Thrall, Holy Ground from Tyrael, Lucio with a few high fives as Dahaka's in this engagement as well. Sapper Camp stolen, but will it be able to get the charge in the bottom lane? The mini wave is on the fort already. That'll be a grapple hook in from Kira, and Dahaka gets taken down. Push off from Lucio. Heavy Caster's trying to get that stun, and the Tyrael dives forward. The Eldrune's might to close the distance and has that little bit of slow tower shot, as the Nexus forces will be able to take down Tyrael. What was the overkill? Was it a minion or was it a tower shot? It was a ranged minion auto. Lucio tried to heal. Double altar coming up. Could be 8 shots. Final strike from Kira. Pretty low cooldown at 40 seconds. But it is just going to be 8 shots going in. So a 20 to 36 game, a 16-point game in favor of Skibidi Exodia in map 1 of our final best of 3 of the day. Alright, Sappers for bottom lane. See if there's going to be the charge in from them, or if it's just going to be a clear from the enemy team. Is there a specific name for the Sapper charge? Doesn't show. Kira will be taken down. Sorry, I was snoozing some ads to make sure you guys don't get ads right now. As Kira will be taken down by Dahaka in mid lane. Thrall will be able to clear out the Sappers in bottom as he's going to hold the wave right there, at least for the time being. Will they be able to get this clear? Because the rotation from Skibidi Exodia is pretty quick. The judgment from Tyrael comes through. This cleanse from Brightwing into Thrall. He does finish his Frostwell pack. The centering also going out. Lucio with a few high fives. Dahaka does brush talk in as well, but has no target to drag or isolate, and he'll be able to meander his way back into mid lane. Yrel, meanwhile, is going to push up a wave onto the fort. The mini wave moving a little slow. And Kira has respawned. As the objective will be announced. It is your top left and right. Typically these are traded, but Skibidi Exodia might play it aggressive, as we do have Lucio taken down in mid lane. A few later game kills for Sirs are really important. Look at the experience from heroic kills at the top bar. 5 to 13, and we're looking at a 1,400 difference in that experience. So Sirs might be able to claw back into this one. They might be able to get 8 shots in. Lucio dead for 20, but it is a little bit of a tough task to step up. Thrall will get one Chain Lightning delay. Looks like it was a Feral Spirit. Misses. And so that is going to be just traded shots. 16 to 32.
Doomed to the grave, killer.
Maelstrom weapon for the Thrall at 18 stacks. He still has another 7 to go for his 25 stacks. The Facia from Brightwing into the top lane to help out Dahaka. The Polymorph goes through. We do have that Blood Rage from the Kira completed. The Feral Spirit from Thrall landing. Drag will be good onto Dino. They will be taken down once again by the Nexus forces. And a Condemn the Bless shield into Yrel. She'll get a high five from Lucio. Ardent Defender down for 110 or 101 seconds. And does the Divine Steed get used? It does, but that'll be Hazu taken down. The Feral Spirit connecting onto Lucio, rooting for a moment. But that Rebber's not tough enough to lock down the DJ, and this is Li Ming trying to find good angles for those low health bars. Blinks in, isolation, missing. And that is Casper Lurker trying to push back the enemies. High five from Lucio, and no one else goes down, but it still will be Kira and Yrel picked off. Meanwhile, Nano in bottom lane is going to be able to siege onto this bell tower and convert it. And by the way, bell towers will convert into keep values right about now.
Heroes, I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads to the battleground center.
Yo, what's up, Cam?
Use it well.
How was your day?
I've opened my tunnel as
And just like that, 7 to 13 in kills, 17 to 17 in levels. But the core HP tells a different story with 16 to 32. Sappers will charge in, trying to convert this bottom right bell tower back in control for Skibidi Exodia, but Sirs will deny that for the time being. It might be a 10-3 trade in the end. Brightwing's getting bottom. We'll check and see if she's got phase shift available. That's the Alter Chris. She does have phase shift. Okay, Lucio trying to get this channel. Is there any delay onto him? Shield Glare gets it. Final Strike from Kira will be utilized as well. Holy Ground from Tira. There's a Sundering Out from Thrall. The Mind Control misses from the Sylvanas. The Blessed Shield from Johanna will rip into the enemies. The Revolving Sweep from Kira does connect onto the Thrall. As Brightwing blinks around, the Soothing Mist will be activated. That's Lucio taken down. The grapple hook to chase in. Disciple wants to get some resets. Gets polymorphed by the Brightwing. A pulsing heal won't be enough, and that'll be the bleed damage to take down Thrall. Scorch will be able to live for this moment and looking to get back into this because so many members of Skibidi Exodi are low, and that is everyone's favorite Northern European country.
Finland! Dominated.
Here's the thing, chat. Brightwing got bottom. No one channeled right. It could be a total of 16 shots going in. That math ain't right. This could be a total of 17 shots going in. Okay, so we do get the top right. So we've got 10, 6, 16. Ah, I was right. Oh, wait, is it going to be 17? Are they going to go for this mid lane? I still have a few seconds on some of the death timers. Tyrion's working on bottom lane. The Hawk is going to start going for the channel so they can get the 6 at least. And they do get the channel. Johanna has controlled bottom lane. It's on a sliver of HP, and the barrage has begun. It's 16 to 16 in core HP right now. And it will be Sirs pulling ahead. Sylvanas will take down the Tyrael. The Final Strike from Kira missing onto a target. The Tyrael will use this trait to interrupt the barrage. And so 2 shots do go through, but it is going to be Invisible Friends, Dark Lady's Call, World Breaker, Radiating Faith, and Contagion. Every player upgrading their level 10 at 20. Johanna holds mid. The enemy team will recontrol the top lane keep. And Sylvanas will get some damage onto this one. Does she have Haunting Arrows available or something? Not for another 33 seconds, okay. One Sapper does charge in, as mid and bottom will be traded. Repulsion, Li Ming pushing people around. That is going to be the Sundering from Thrall as well activated. Mind Control finds no target. Judgment comes through from the Tyrael. The Final Strike into DK. And that'll be Ardent Defender at the last second triggered. Hazu lives for this time being. Mind Control into the Tyrael. Is there a drag from Dahaka available? She used Final Strike for the fort. Could have just let Tyrael do it. So, we have another altar coming up. This looks like it will be 16 to 9. We do have 20s on the right side with the no Sanctuary for the Kira, by the way. Tyrael with his Angel's Defense of the Angels. Repulsion, High Five, Mixing Fire, and Seraphim. But the no Sanctuary, nearby enemy heroes below 50% health are revealed, and you gain 20% movement speed while an enemy hero is revealed to you this way. Additionally, you deal 20% increased damage to these revealed heroes. Boss grab, 12 to 9, a 3-point difference, as our next objective will be previewed on the minimap shortly. Sapper camps, ooh, that's a big Blessed Shield. Sundering as well, Mind Control. Sylvanas is taken down, a tower shot goes onto the Tyrael, the High Five from Lucio, allowing him to back away. The Righteous Hammer will push enemies back with that 1-second stun, and Seraphim from Hazu self-cast. Quick Dark Swarm onto the wave will finish out Dahaka's last stack needed. This is Haunting Arrow from Sylvanas active. She's done with the baseline stacks as well. Mid Bell Tower converted, and we have single objective in the center of the map coming up next. 20 seconds on the Li Ming death timer. Objective should be announced really soon. And Tyrael and Lucy are going to try and push things out of bottom lane, but I think they're going to get the minion wave, and then the enemies will show up and start dissuading any of the siege. Sundering, the isolation misses, the Feral Spirit's going to be there, and that is a collapse onto Lucio. Sappers making it to the top lane tower. More sappers to be fed in through bottom lane. Is anyone set up for the channel? Could be 5 shots. We do have 6 sappers in lane. See what, if anything, gets fed over the wall. Dahaka going for this channel. Sundering from Thrall. Pushes to the side, leaving against the blink. Pharaoh Spirit going out. Final strike from Kira goes through the mini wave. The mind control landing into Yrel. We do have a root as well, and Yrel gets taken down. She did have Ardent Defender, just Hazu was not able to push the button, and it looks like 2 sappers will go over the wall. We're down to 1 HP. Brightwing and Dahaka do get taken down. Judgment from Tyrael, but Sylvanas has Will the Forsaken, and that will mitigate the stun. Tyrael, death timer reduction, 62, 61, down to 54 from 61 seconds. Boss is up in 2 minute 46. Sapper 128 on the left, 136 on the right. Double objective phase coming up next in the bottom and center locations. 1 HP and a dream. Sirs are turning this map number 1 around after a very wobbly start. Final strike goes out. Damage onto the structure. A little bit to Nano. Magic missiles continue to poke onto this keep, and that'll be cleared away by Dino Disciple.
Red team.
Here's the big thing to mention. Skibidi Exodia, a lot of these keeps are 50% or below. If Skibidi Exodia gets like a big team fight, they can convert these bell towers rapidly, possibly get a barrage, possibly win the game. But I don't think that's going to happen right now. Because, like, you convert 2 of those bell towers, you get 6 shots, 12 HP, 2 objectives available. This legit could be GG for either team. It just depends on how the team fight goes. Also, 40 stacks for the Thrall, by the way. 332 for the Kira. Casper trying to get away. Brightwing blinks into them. No one set up for any channel just yet. Dino going to try and get the south side. Judgment from Tyrael lands on the Sylvanas. The final strike from Kira hits your Dahaka. The drag misses. As Yrel Avenging Wrath goes in. Pharaoh Spirit into Yrel. She does have Ardent Defender triggered. Skog trying to get the channel. Sundering from Thrall. Pushes the enemy. The shield there from Johanna. Interrupts once. I hear a mind control, and that's Yrel to be taken down. The blessed shield. Some high fives from Lucio. Pharaoh Spirit gets the root once again. Skog is low. Dark Swarm should take down Tyrael, and he will be out of this engagement. Also getting similar cooldown from 61 to 54. Mind control misses again. Dino with the grab hook to the side. Dark Swarm is active. Pharaoh Spirit gets a root. And Thrall's going to start getting this channel, forcing the enemies to step up in this 3v5. A Sundering sets up some pressure into Disciple, but no Pharaoh Spirit to root. Dahaka's going to go for the channel. No one's there to delay him. Lucio's going to try and run at it. Polymorph is there. Dahaka gets the channel. And the insane turnaround from Sirs in map number 1 of this best of 3 series. Wow, good map 1. Jesus, that was an insanely good map 1. All right, we're going to go ahead and get some ads out of the way so you guys don't have to watch ads in the upcoming game. Please do consider subscribing if you have the available funds or Prime Gaming or any of that good stuff. Every little bit supports the channel and allows us to bring you casting commentary and all these great streams. So do consider subscribing. We're 30 subs away from our goal, which is a bit of a hike, but we have a lot of stuff that we would like to do with that Hot Wings stream. Cam!
Yes.
Congratulations on your watch streak. Alterac pass for the next game. Alright, we're getting players in here, and then we'll get going into the map. That should be add button going as well. Yo, what's up, Belly? Good to see you, dude. What's up, buds? Happy Sunday, everybody. Okay, that's good. Did anyone else respond to our... Oh, okay, cool. Wonderful. 40k points, baby. I tried to find a joke in that. I couldn't figure out something. Oh man, happy Sunday, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself and enjoying the casting and the games. Excuse me. But really cool. Like I like the draft style of this tournament. It's really interesting. A lot of really cool stuff with this draft style. Got back to work from a 2-week work trip. Glad to be home. 2-week work trip. Oof, that sounds tedious. Unless there was, like, you know, some good food and stuff, then I guess, you know, there's that. You know what kind of work trip I would love? I would love to be hired by Blizzard for BlizzCon 2026. That's the work trip I would love. I would love that work trip. That'd be amazing. It'll be this week, I'm sure of it, right? Right? BlizzCon's like 30-ish days away. I don't know, Hostile, if you got an in for like a press pass or anything. Is anyone in chat going to BlizzCon? I'm just curious. It's a good draft if you don't have to see Urel all the time. But yeah, I'd love to go to BlizzCon this year. I'd absolutely love it. Yeah, mister, you getting a good stretch? You good boy? Nah, it's getting a little hot in here, isn't it? It's getting a little bit hot in here. Alrighty. Let's go. So yeah, Chromie can't be banned. All the bans from the last game cannot be banned. Hey, Bandit, why don't you lay down, bud? Why don't you just lay down, bud? Why don't you just lay down, my dude? Welcome in, everybody, as we get into map number 2 of this third best of 3, and we have to the left is Sirs, to the right is Skibidi Exodia. Who will come out on top of this series? We're gonna find out. Will we go to a map number 3? Map number 3 is Garden of Terror Classic, by the way. So get your gambles in if you have any predictions early on. It will be first pick going over the side of Sirs. Skibidi Exodia will have the map choice. And so for those that may not know, so the heroes that are banned away can no longer be banned again. So Vikings cannot be banned, Hogger cannot be banned, Chromie cannot be banned. The 10 heroes that were played in the previous map, Urel, Sylvanas, none of those can be picked again. And as I've mentioned, it kind of doesn't... There's no point in banning it because it's not going to be draftable, so... You're not going to BlizzCon unless Baja's there. Oh, okay, that's cool. You thought about it, not a good time right now? Well, you know, you did have to buy that Galleon keyboard. Too expensive, yeah. Well, they know nothing about heroes and they're casting the Classic Cup. Well, Deathan, you have to read closely to it because there was a published article about how they are going to be casting some of the games, but Blizzard has a bunch of casters planned. They actually did, it's not just those two for StarCraft, Warcraft, Heroes, and StarCraft 2. They actually, they claim to have multiple casters, at least in the article that I read. So there's that. Keep that in mind as well. You've been 9 times, you won runner-up as a cosplay twice, you're never going again. Oh, dang, that sounds fun, Billy. That sounds fun. I used to work at a stay-away camp sort of thing like that. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into map number 2 here as we get Alterac past there. I was just trying to catch up on chat because we talked a lot between the games, then we got right into this, so I just want to at least catch up on what you guys were talking about. But, because we do have delay on stream and such. Chen, Rhaegar to be banned, Hanzo, and what? Hanzo and what will be removed? What does Skibidi Exodia not want to deal with for Alterac? Like Medivh? Anubarak? Malthael. So, first pick is going to be over to the side of Sirs. Will they go for Hogger or Chromie? If they have Secret Casters or HoTS and you're not there, I'll be sad. Me too. Me too. My assumption is that it will be like the Artosis and Tasteless, they're going to do like StarCraft 1 and 2 is what I would assume, and they would get people for Warcraft and HoTS. That's what I would assume. Like, I would assume Grubby's doing the Warcraft 3 stuff. That's my assumption. I have no idea. I'd love to know. But yeah. Blaze will be your first pick for the side of Sirs. That does give Hogger, Hogger is available for Skibidi Exodia, and I really think Hogger for Alterac Pass is so strong. I'd love to see that as one of the top 2 pickups. And we get the Anubarak with that as well. Beetles to be able to delay out the Jailers, or distract the Jailers is a good word for it. As well as Burrow Impale. You've got Siege Amplification with those Beetles, so they can tank tower shots. Hogger, as I mentioned, he's great at grabbing the true objective of the map, which is going to be that Fallen Shaman. Nope, sorry. Null Pack for mid.
Ready for action.
Balloon, grant us strength.
Muradin, Malfurion with Blaze. Okay. So Malfurion Innervate value is really nice, but who do they want to innervate? Are they going to pick up like your standard mage, like a Kael'thas, Gul'dan? Li Ming can't be played because she was already picked and played. Mid-ban phase, might be like a mage ban. Junkrat does blend between a lot of auto attack and splash damage and ability damage as well. He also has great delay around the objective phasing with those grenades over the wall. By the way, this is single elimination bracket. If Skibidi Exodia loses here, they're out of the tournament. That's it. So Skibidi Exodia looking to take us at least to a map number 3 and give one more chance to win this series. Sir's just looking for a shutdown. Oh, what do you want with Hogger and Anubarak? Tracer is not a bad option. Okay, it looks like it'll be Genji. I was thinking like some sort of like dive into the backline, that heavy, high mobility from her as well is really nice in a Malfurion. You can root to follow up the Muradin Stormbolt with the Jet Propulsion as well. Muradin also has imposing presence, so maybe that's why we're seeing the pivot into Genji, but Genji harassment isn't too bad. Sergeant Hammer will be able to blast away, and she does have some delay factors as well with those spider mines. Also vision into bushes with spider mines. Last 2 picks, though. I like the Chromie here. I was gonna say, I like the Chromie a ton into Sergeant Hammer. The Imperius is definitely another setup here. So Hypercarry Chromie, but there's so much for her. Yes, best of 3. Best of 3. It should be in the stream title. But yeah, all games are best of 3, except for the grand finals, which is best of 5. I don't know. The schedule's been all over the place for this tournament. It has not been a succinct tournament schedule like we normally see. So this is the last map of today's games. I'll message the tournament organizer and ask when the other games are happening, but I'm kind of getting like piecemealed the information. I believe that's the right phrasing. Anduin for the healer on the right side with the Genji. So you have that Light Bomb, Hogger, maybe Hortipult. Skibidi kind of has, like, they have some dive, they have some control defense. I think Skibidi could take us to a map 3, but I am a little afraid of that Chromie, I'm not gonna lie. Chromie with so much setup to be able to lock enemies down is a bit scary. Blaze Jet Propulsion, Imperius Celestial Charge, Muradin Stormbolt, Malfurion Root. I mean, if you layer that correctly, any target that you're diving into, even without the Blaze, I think is dead. Even if you take out the Blaze Jet Propulsion stun, I think you still have so much burst potential for Sirs. As we get into map number 2 of our final best of 3 of the day, Chromie, Nano Chromie, Scorch Malfurion, High Wraith Imperius, Casper Blaze, and DK is your Muradin for Sirs. Skibidi Exodia looking to continue in this single elimination tournament. Disciple Hogger Anduin, played by Hunter Orc Dino Genji. Sergeant Hammer, played by Hazuobs, and Askoga Nubarek. Time Walk's Pursuit, Emerald Dreams, Impaling Light, Adrenaline Stimpak, and Dwarf Block. Hogger will be going into your Anger Management, on the Prowl. Even-Handed Blessing. Advanced Artillery, Legion of Beetles, and Genji, I assume, is Agile Dismount, unless we're going to be going for the Ausen build with some Swift Striking. I don't think Dino is a Swift Strike build for Genji. I don't think I've ever seen him go for that. Bunch of mines set up for Disciple, in position for the Hog Wild. Hammer's also here to start blasting. Looks like Hogger is going to get this on his own. Just kidding, Hazu's actually going to help out. Time Walker's Pursuit will reveal. There's going to be your vision really quickly onto the Hogger. Impale lands onto this Imperius' Molten Armor is active. Celestial Charge finds no stun into a Nubarak. Genji's still holding level 1. Oh, hello, Swift as the Wind. So maybe Dragon Blade. Typically, like, Swift Strike build leads into Dragon Blade build, but it can still be X-Strike as well. I might just be that they want to have that damage, mobility, and maybe get the X-Strike for even more damage and possible mobility as well. DK is getting chunked here. Wave Clear from Genji, not the best, but his single target damage and sustain is not bad. Celestial Charge lands into the Anubrak. The Twin Flames almost take down Sergeant Hammer. 112 HP for Hazu as Anubrak needs to burrow to safety. Looks like Murden will have his trait heal up. He also tapped well, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Swift Strike goes in. Thunderclap down. A couple more shurikens thrown in just to poke onto DK. We do have your siege camps available soon. The null packs are up in about 10 to 13 seconds. And Sergeant Hammer advances into bottom lane. She is going to go into your siege tactics for that cleanse ability when she's in siege mode. Chastise will answer into the Imperius after the Celestial Charge comes through. The Impale, the Burrow Charge from Anubrak. High rate, they're trying to back away from the blast from Hammer. We'll be able to get out of that damage umbrella. And a root from Malfurion also zones back a few enemies. We keep checking this top lane because Genji, Muradin getting just beaten up by Genji, and we still have this mini wave stacking up a bit. Genji doing pretty well on his own in this top lane. Blaze will actually rotate up here. Muradin cycled out as Imperius lands a Celestial Charge into Hogger. He answers back with a staggering blow. First objective is going to be 25 seconds of channel time with 1 Jailer to defend. Increased by 10 seconds and 1 Jailer to a max of 55 seconds and 4 Jailers. Hazuab's trying to avoid some of the Chromie artillery. No stacking for Chromie at level 1, as we mentioned that Time Walk's Pursuit. And also the Adhoral Anomaly with the proper greeting at level 5. Celestial Charge missing. High Wraith looking for an angle, looking for a new target. Genji with a quick shuriken is going to be able to get the dismount. We got that level 4 strike at the heart. Stormbolt into a Nubarak misses as Muradin baseline sits at 6 of the 45 for his first milestone of piercing Stormbolt on the first target and 0.5 second cooldown per auto. Impale lands. It is going to be Bed of Barbs, which is extremely common for this map, so you have that 3.5 second persisting Impale on the ground. Hunter Orc is able to avoid a Stormbolt. Hammer is here and won't be able to really assist too much. And Nubarak, I think, was zoning on the left with Genji, maybe trying to find a counter kill into Malfurion or Chromie, but Sirs will be able to start getting this channel, I do believe. Uh-oh, High Wraith will be taken down 1 for 1 in kills, as the Moonfire into Dino will be applied as disengage called from Malfurion and the rest. Alright, Genji does go perfect defense at 7 as well. Hogger with your horizontal bounce. Blaze working on this camp as well. And the objective, Muradin's going to clear out the Jailers. Now, here's the thing with the Jailers. They don't respawn until the channel starts, so clearing out the Jailer and then walking away is honestly strong and is good if you have the available time for it. Because now, if you get a quick team kill, you don't have to worry about that Jailer. You can just quickly run over, get the channel. Anubrak, as we were talking about, the draft does have the Beetle summon, so those can distract the Jailers. and possibly allow Nubrak to solo channel without needing to kill it or any sort of delay. Anduin trying. Root from Malfurion zones Hunter back. And Sergeant Hammer hovering. Mud Pit will slow down a little bit to Heroes inside. Time Walk's Pursuit to reveal. Genji with a few shurikens thrown back. Oh, dang, that is a massive gamble. Sorry, I just looked over. We got 10s coming up. Let's cycle through the other numbers. You'll love to see the stats, I'm sure. Null pack of mid being cleared away by the tower shots and minion wave. We do have channels started in favor of Sirs, slowing Sans from Chromie down on the ground. Level 10, slightly faster for Skibidi Exodian. We're going to see in a moment where that experience is coming from. And it seems like Hunter has the stall on this. It will be interrupted. There's a Jailer on that point as well. Can Blaze get the Twin Flames? Doesn't look like he gets it in time. Celestial Charge misses onto the Genji just above. Dino Swift strikes back into High Wraith, and Dino can't find any sort of kill onto the Imperious. Time Walker's Pursuit will reveal the Anubrak. Hammer blasting onto these Jailers as well. It is Blunt Force Gun, which, by the way, had a secret or a sneaky return of Blunt Force Gun dealing 50% damage to structures. Orbital BFG is back on the menu to push up waves and slightly damage structures. At level 20, we did the math, or chat did the math. It takes around 17.5 minutes to take down a keep at level 20. So yeah. Hortipult, Light Bomb, Blunt Force Gun, Cocoon. We're looking at what for Genji? I'm assuming it's Dragon Blade, but maybe X-Strike. Slowing Sands, Tranquility, Wrath of Angiris, Murden will have your avatar in Bunker for the Blaze. Red Cavalry enters into lanes for the members of Skibidi Exodia. Sirs setting up for a defense. Blaze to top lane. No one in mid. The Blunt Force Gun fires out in bottom lane. The Tranquility from Malfurion has been utilized. Chromie a little bit low. Hazu is going to boost off to the right. Skog maybe looking for an angle for a burrow. Gets zoned a little bit by Scourge. And it looks like the priority target will be onto the Muradin. DK able to back off. Stormbolt, Celestial Charge misses. Hortipult in from Hogger. Dragon Blade is there from Genji. And they're cutting up a couple enemies. Anubrak burrows in and finds the stun into Chromie. Malfurion will be also felled in this moment, and that's mid-fort to fall. Hammer pushing up bottom with that cavalry through the fort onto Keep Gate. And a pretty good objective push for the side of Skibidi Exodia. Pretty solid siege here, as Siege Camp for the left will not be grabbed in time. They're going to be hearthing out. 10 seconds to go. Probably just go ahead and have Hogger work on their own null pack. Disciple doing great on the nulls. He did get a little bit more siege into top lane. And a 2-level lead is formed. The experience advantage has yielded. Also that talent tier advantage with 13 to 10 talent tier. Genji continues with Flow Like Water at level 13. So this is bottom lane boss grabbed. Probably traded. Genji looks to push up mid. Celestial Charge into Jet Propulsion Tower Shot. And Dino bites off way more than he can chew. Ubrak will land a little impale, pushing up this wave. Alright. With the kill onto Genji, with the boss to be grabbed, with a top lane fort to possibly be taken down, 13 talent here is going to be arriving for the side of Sirs. We do have that Thunder Burn plus healing statics, 4 and 13 synergy. Irate trying to find a Celestial Charge and Disciple won't land it. And it looks like top fort will be saved, actually. Next objective is moments away from announcement. There it is.
You know what to do.
A little bit more rapid siege in the mid lane fort gate from Sirs, but they're trailing by about a level. Cocoon into Imperius. Is there any step up into him? Murden's gonna dwarf. Wait, Hortipult's in the backline. Tranquility from Malfurion. And the dive from Genji will be good. Celestial Charge into Anduin, also connecting Imperius. Wrath of Angiris is going to be interrupted, I think, from a concussive blast of Hammer. And this is a new Brack for the channel. Objective is going to be channeled by your new Brack. And Hogger, once again, grabbing another Nullpack camp. Skibbity Exodia, they want to set us up for a map 3. They want to go to Garden of Terror Classic. And they're making very quick work of this map number 2, Alterac Pass. I mean, we're almost 11 minutes in. We've got a bottom and mid keep at about 75% health. Top fort gate has been taken down. And objective number 2 with 35 seconds of channel time, 2 jailers to defend. Might be going over to the side of Skibbity Exodia. Sergeant Hammer continues to blast away. Genji jumping into the flank. We do have Light Bomb applied to the Hogger. He's going to spin in. The Wrath of Angiris pulls the Nubrak forward. The objective will go to the side of Skibbity Exodia. Nubrak will be leapt to safety. He wants to step forward. Still Celestial Charge landing into Genji. And Malfurion and Genji traded. Frost Wolves. Cavalry enters into lane. 16 talents here for Skibbity Exodia. Who wouldn't want to go to Garden of Terror Classic? Exactly. Well, I guess Sir is probably right. They're still looking for that level 16. Stormbolt from Murden. He needs one more stack to get his Piercing Stormbolt, as the objective in top lane might not get the fort. Mid keep is down to 50%. Bottom lane wave is pushing up. Top lane fort is going to be taken down. What are we looking at for boss timers? 2-minute top lane, 2-minute 5 in bottom lane. This bottom keep will be saved at 50%. Top lane wave is pushing on to keep gate, and that'll be a lot of damage into the gate, but I don't know if they'll really achieve much siege onto the major structure. A little bit from the minion wave here. DK chasing out, but he does not have a lot of allies around. But it is 16 for the crew of Sirs. What is Garden Terror Classic, the original version of the map? Yes, yeah. Where you collect the seeds to then spawn the Garden Terror, the 100 seeds to spawn the Garden Terror, then you pilot it with the Sprint, Queen's Curse, Overgrowth Plant abilities. Light Bomb onto a Nubrak, the Blunt Force Gunfire's in, Malfurion caught inside the cocoon, Hogger will bounce in, a Hortipulse from Hogger blocks Malfurion's retreat, the Time Trap onto Disciple. Will lock him down for a moment. Tranquility from Scorch is active, but can this Malfurion back away? He's heading to Narnia right now, as we do still have a little bit of chase to the left. Nope, they're going to just focus on the Malfurion. He's going to break vision. He's going to try and hearth on the bush. Genzi's got a few shurikens. He's going to run to a tower shot and try and die faster. Bottom boss, 33 seconds. Top boss, 30 seconds.
Been taken prisoner. Let's take him back.
Dynamite goes out, trying to get the hit onto Blaze, but it'll jet propulsion to safety. All the waves are collapsing. Hazu wants to push up with Skog, Dino, and Hunter Orc onto this mid lane keep. DK trying to flank onto Hunter. Chastise will find the route. Disciple joining in as well after getting the bottom lane pushed up onto that keep. Celestial Charge over the wall. The staggering blow lands into Muradin, a burrow into a possible impale. Avatar's there from the Muradin. Genji Dragonblade is active. Hogger spins in, but he will not be able to chase the Blunt Force Gunfires out, but DK doesn't even get hit by it, actually. The mid keep has fallen. Yo, what's up, Rob Dog? 20 talent here to Skibbity Exodia. Ultra Capacitors, no control, censure, rewind, and Genji, I'm assuming, is the Dragon Becomes Me at 20. Also, Steady Blade, each here hit by Swift Strike, increasing the damage of the next Swift Strike by 30%. This bonus stacks up to 3 times, but there's the Dragon Becomes Me as well at level 20. Staggering Blow onto Malfurion. You see their Dynamite, no control. That's Malfurion taken down with the Tranquility active. The Jet Propulsion from Casper won't be enough, as he is the next to go down. Another Burrow Charger to Impale, connecting onto High Wraith. Hogger bounce through is strong, and Murden is able to recall. We have Dino going for the channel. I don't even think they're going to go for that. I think they get bottom, keep, go core, and take us to a map 3. Also, Null Pack does reduce the armor of the core as well. So we are going to be seeing 0 armor on this, as you have the spell armor 20, but there's going to be the reductions. You can see it slowly going down to 0, and core falls. This is Skibidi Exodia, taking us to map 3 of our final best 3 of the day. It all comes down to Garden of Terror Classic up next. The winner of that advances in the bracket. Loser knocked out of the tournament, and that is the run of Late HoTS tournament for that squad. No prizing, as there's only top 2 prizing, if I remember correctly. Let me scroll here. Top 3 prizing. 60,000 rubles for first place, 20,000 for second, and 10,000 for third. And fourth, actually. So there's actually top 4 payouts. So yeah, winner of the series goes to the semifinals. We'll figure out when that's going to happen when it happens. But either way, that is map number 2 over the side of Skibidi Exodia. We got a 1-1 score. Let's go ahead and get the ads out of the way. Be sure to subscribe if you have a Prime Gaming available. Please do consider utilizing it, as every little bit of support helps us bring you these casting commentary days and fun action. All right. I bet someone won the series. Dude, spoilers. Shh. Spoilers. Shh. Shh. This is a spoiler. All right. 1-1 score. As we get ready for Garden of Terror map number 3. Sorry, map number 3 of this best of 3. No, Mr. Bandit, you are doing perfect. I know it's a hot day, bud. You're doing great. You're doing so good, bud. I know it's a hot day.
Bison!
5 years, baby. Here's to 5 more years with HoTS 3.0.
Zell, thank you for the tier 1 for 60 months. That is crazy. You're saying this isn't live? It is. What are you talking about? Also, thank you, Bootier, for the Bandit Redemption. Appreciate it, bud. Oh, was that the last one? Yep, that was the last one. The rest is just dust. But we've already bought another bag. Because of your generosity last week, we already have another bag of his favorite. The bag is yellow, but if you're curious what we give Bandit, it's this. Really fairly priced. Limited ingredients, made in USA, if that matters to you. I think it's like 5 ingredients, realistically. Oat flour, peanut butter, bacon, rolled oats, coconut glycerin, cane molasses, flaxseed, vegetable oil, citric acid, preservative. So, yeah. There you go. Sorry, I'm just looking at the back of this as well. It also has like crude fat and all that. So that's all good. Thank you again, everybody. Players are in lobby. Map number 3 is ready to go. Start prediction. Alrighty, the readies are out, the players are in, and we are good to go. Oh, that was the wrong channel. There we go. You're getting heartburn from listening about dog treats? What's up, Dennis? How you doing, bud? You're getting heartburn from listening to dog treats. There is 500,000 on Skibidi Exodia, and we have not even gotten into the game. We have not even gotten into the game. And Skibidi Exodia has a 500,000 bet. Does anyone want to match with Sirs?
Garden of Terror.
That is huge. Well, let's get into it. It all comes down to the single elimination bracket. We got a 1-1 score. The first pick is determined by... you missed the dog content? Okay. I was like, how is he getting heartburn? Honestly, those treats sound delicious. So Garden of Terror Classic. It all comes down to this single elimination bracket. Loser is knocked out of the tournament. Winner moves on into the semifinal matchup. Semifinals are going to be... Loser in a semifinal will be taking home money, if that makes sense. So top 4 will be able to get some prizing here. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that math tracks. So Garden of Terror Classic, Garden of Terror Classic. The classic map where you actually have to grab all the seeds, pilot the Garden of Terror. Now, here's the thing that I want to point out, everybody. Vikings are available because they were banned on map 1, and you cannot ban the same hero twice. So, and then heroes that are picked and played are unavailable. So Vikings can be grabbed here. No Chromie can be used, no Dahaka, no Blaze, no Urel. They've been played in previous maps of this series. Sylvanas is out. What else do they want to get rid of? Wooldan, Wave Clear. Camp Clear is really good. I mean, you could still lean into like a Stitch's hook comp. Tyranda's up, and I think she's really good. Arthas is pretty good for this map as well. There's so much to consider for Garden of Terror Classic. But the Vikings are the one thing I'm wondering if there's any priority from Skibidi Exodia, like early on in their pick, because they do a first pick after the ban phase ends. And get rid of the they'll target ban Tracer, okay. But I mean, Dino still plays a ton of Cassia. Not surprising. This is also, in my opinion, a really good map for Ragnaros. Even if you're gonna Sulfur Smash has been the main playstyle, but even Lava Wave push potential is really, really good, and Molten Core for defenses. Heroic difficulty level 20 is super strong too. So I wonder if there's any priority for Ragnaros for either side. But first pick Vikings, not too surprising. Zeratul is up, and you could early Zeratul. I don't hate the idea of that.
With every death comes honor. With honor, redemption.
Sonya Hanzo. You cosplay Falstad ETC twice. I've done Falstad, Deckard Cain. I've also done Kratos from God of War. Those are the cosplays we've done on the stream.
I will fight to my last breath.
Maiev and Rhaegar. So you have Umbral Bind Control. You've got Mobility with Spirit of Vengeance. Fan and Knife, possible resets as well. Rhaegar Mobility is decent, as well as his Wave Clear and Objective. Shambler Camps and Garden Terror with the Lightning Barrier to help with some some additional damage. I could not think of it. I kept wanting to say assisting damage. Cassia does get removed as well, so they're just targeting a bunch of Dino characters. We could still see Jaina. You could, I legit think you could, like, Jaina Diablo. The Garrosh ban is a little sus for that Diablo potential. Mal'Ganis is up, May is up, Arthas is up for, like, we're talking tanks. Could be main tank Uther if they want to go double healer. That's definitely something that can be done from either side. Actually, it could be main tank Uther for the side of Skibidi Exodia. Falstad is also available, but it will be Tyrande picked up for Sir. So we get a Scorched Tyrande. The Diablo will be grabbed, and I feel like Skibidi Exodia were expecting that Diablo after they banned the Garrosh. Maybe it was intended. Into Diablo... Arthas I don't hate. Uther's also an option, as I mentioned. What do they want to do for last two picks, though? I like the Arthas. The reason being is obviously Howling Blast route is really nice and poke around objective or in the team fights. But you also have that Frozen Tempest, which is kind of punitive to Diablo. When Diablo Shadow charges in, the Frozen Tempest, Frozen Waste is active. And then you have that movement speed and attack speed debuff, which could hold Diablo back in this team fight. And then Greymane is able to just razor swipe through them. False Side is going to be that last pick on the left side. This is a great draft from either side. I have no idea who I would actually be leaning into, but this is going to be a great game number 3. That's what I'll tell you. That's what I do know. All right, final map of the day, final gamble of the day. Get your predictions in as we are nearing a total of 1 million. We are close to a 1 million gamble. This actually might be the biggest gamble in this chat's history. You did the pirate version of False Side with the parrot? Oh, I just did like a base version, and then I wore like a goose suit that was painted, so I was all muscly. I personally, I really do like both drafts a ton. I really couldn't tell you who comes out on top of this one, but we're gonna find out together, everybody.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
Simply DK is your Diablo, Casper Sonya, Nano, Hanzo, Scorched Tyrande, and High Wraith Falstad. Skibidi Exodia in the red, looking for the reverse sweep with the Skog, Arthas, Hunter Orc, Rhaegar, Dino, Greymane, Disciple, Maiev, Olaf, Balog, and Eric the Lost Vikings, played by
The gates
Hazuabs.
shall open in 10 seconds.
Frost Presence, Olaf the Stout, Colossal Totem, Viciousness, and Naish
5,
Memento.
4,
As we have your Frequent Flyer, True Shot Aura, Redemption, Tough as Nails, and Diablo
spread my spores.
is going to be... Sarah Sentinel hits onto Dino. GG, well played. We do have the Diablo going into his Black Soulstone Devil's Due level 1. Hammering into the wave, just trying to play it safe, trying to also avoid those Howling Blasts from the Arthas so he doesn't get any Frost Presence level 1 stacks. And Hanzo trying to get some redemption stacks of his own. That's going to be Umbral Bind, pulling people around the Howling Blast, landing. Diablo Shadow charges into Olaf, and DK will be taking down First Blood to the members of Skibidi Exodia as they do lose one Viking. Look at how protected the camps were back in the day. Like, look at this. Look at this. Right side, look at the Siege Giant camp. Look at how protected it is to get over into that Siege Giant camp. Even this little sidewall right here. It's crazy how safe you were on this original. Alright, well. Skibidi Exodia continues to pressure into bottom lane Fort Gate. Viking mid and top. We have Olaf in the top, Balog in the mid. Eric is running with the core 4. Yo, Simon!
Yes.
Good to see you, bud. Well, that is officially the biggest gamble in this chat. Almost 2 million channel points on the line. You love to see it. Skibidi Exodia will grab a few of their own camps. We're looking at Sirs finishing out Siege Giants for mid. Siege Giants in top started by Sonya as well. And Disciple finishes out Siege Giants for their own mid lane, haunting Spirit of Vengeance over the wall for the teleport. And Greymane will lunge in to help out. Objective is going to be announced very soon. So I believe it's a 2-minute 30 announcement and 3-minute for the contested phasing. Flare gets another stack. Actually, gets his first stack right there. Nano with the natural agility over the wall to try and help clear this out a little bit faster. Overpower from Diablo. Cleanse onto Maiev. She'll get the Vault of the Wardens, the Spirit of Vengeance. She was Huntress marked and will have 66 HP, but will not be taken down. Okay. Vikings continue to soak. Experience is leading by about half a level over to the side of Skibidi Exodia. And we'll get to level 7 soon. So there's going to be the smaller camps around. I believe each one of them is 15. So you have 15 from either side. And then I believe there's 50 on the center terrors. Viking to be taken down really quickly in bottom lane, which is going to get a little bit more stacks for Falstad, as heroic takedowns are 5 stacks rather than the minion 1 stack. Another Sentinel thrown from bottom lane. We'll get some vision. Another Sonic Arrow goes out. We are getting close to a Garden Tear pickup for the side of Sirs. They might be able to get it off this bottom Garden Tear. I'm not 100% sure, as it looks like there is going to be the red marking for Skibidi Exodia, meaning they don't have enough on the map, but Sirs will be able to grab that. They have the Garden Tear growing. And we'll see who's going to be able to back and grab that. But Howling Blast onto Diablo will land. The Loon's Chosen applied. Maiev with the Loon's Vengeance, or Loon's Wrath, at level 7, also pinned down at 3 of the possible 4 stacks. Howling Blast again into the Diablo. Death Coil fires out. Redemption is fully stacked. Maiev will be picked off in this bottom lane siege. DK will get a Fire Stomp heal, but it won't be enough to live. And that'll be also a Viking picked off by Hanzo. Natural Agility over the side of the wall. Rhaegar looks to step up, but won't have enough damage to take down Hanzo right here as Skog looks to back away. Howling Blast does connect in the disengage. Garden Terror mid lane has been summoned. Overgrowth Plant is down the ground. That is going to be the Queen's Curse, that polymorph. And I believe the Garden Terror using Sprint heads to top lane to open up the gate a little bit more. Rhaegar Greymane. Try to clear out this Garden Terror. Another Queen's Curse goes down. Falstad in this is 25-second duration or whatever remaining health on it. Another Queen's Curse going out. Falstad auto-canceling. And more Sonic Arrows just to get vision. The Overgrowth Plant, it does nothing here. I guess it's in the lane. I guess it would slow down the minions, right? They would be prioritizing that than stepping up. Guard Terror won't be able to step forward to the fort, and that'll be cleared away. We do have Heroics on the right side with Play Again, Army of the Dead, Ancestral Healing, Containment Disc, and Greymane is considering if he wants Curse Bullet or go for the Throat. That's kind of funny, actually.
Red team has destroyed a fort.
It is Curse Bullet. A Viking will be taken down. Starfall, Gust, Dragon's Arrow Leap, and Apocalypse for the Diablo. So another Fire Stomp goes out. He'll be caught by the Containment Disc. A small silence afterwards. That's a big arrow. Gust, Starfall from the Tyrande. The Hammer's out. We do also have your Apocalypse, and Umbral pulls High Wraith back into the engagement. A Viking taken down by Hanzo on the west of our screen. Scatters continue to fly out. We do have Disciple getting shadow charged into. Spirit of Vengeance is there. Lunar Flare connecting into Arthas, but he is easily able to back off. And the Garden Terrors, or the objective Shamblers and Terrors will be spawning. Falstad heads to top lane to go deal with some Vikings. He might be able to get a kill onto one. Nope. The hurry up and the well tap will be enough to save Balog. Two to two in kills. One structure's been taken down against Sirs, and here's our next objective phase. 25, less than 25 needed for Skibidi Exodia as Disciple gets a few over there. Now you can get double Garden Terrors. You can't have two at once. But you basically get, if you get 200 seeds, you spawn one Garden Terror, get in it, pilot it, blah, blah, blah. And then immediately after that goes down, the next one is going to be spawning. So we could see double for Skibidi Exodia as Dino picks up a heck load of seeds over here on the south side. This will be the Garden Terror to the members of Sirs. And do they have enough here to get this? I think they're at like 90-something, right?
Red team has destroyed.
93, yep.
Dawns. My children must sleep.
We have a Viking heading back, though. Or sorry, we have Balog already inside of this. My gosh. I thought it was Eric heading back for the channel, but we already have Baylog inside. He's working on mid lane. Top lane gets pushed up a little bit. And 93 to 67. Skibidi Exodia will not have that double spawn. Containment just finds its way into Hanzo. Lunar Flare tries to zone a little bit. We do have the Umbral Bind to pull the Hanzo back. The natural agility over the fort. The Illusion's Chosen was applied. The Dragon's Arrow landing. The Gust kind of messing up that Apocalypse setup. And Garden Terror gets cleared away. The fort in mid lane still surviving, but Diablo gets the overpower. Disciple trying to get out of here with a Vault of the Wardens and a Spirit of Vengeance. The Fan of Knives thrown back. No pin done for the Maiev, by the way. Still looking for that Quadra hit. And 13 talent here. Already here for Skibidi Exodia. They're leading. I'm assuming it's going to be minion experience and a little bit from passive. Yeah, minions about 3,000. Mercenaries is another, like, 1,400. I heard the containment disc, guys. I heard all of what's happening, and I didn't look up in time to catch the art that's able to run down Diablo and reset his souls down to 25, as this is Bruiser Camp grabbed for the bottom lane. Sonya doing her best to defend in mid. Does have the 13 talent. Howling Blast tries to find a root, but Casper won't be caught. Howling Blast onto Falstead. Diablo goes in with the Shadow Charge, but Greymane's able to roll away. Was there a Purge used as well? Nope, it's off cooldown. Another Spirit of Vengeance forward. Containment just tries to find the Hanzo. That doesn't connect, nor does the Howling Blast, but the level and a half lead is still there. And Skibidi Exodia controlling this map number 3. As I've mentioned before, this is single elimination bracket, so loser of the series is knocked out of the tournament with no prizing potential. Only the top 4 will receive any prizing. Also, we didn't mention it, but there's 51 regeneration globes for the Vikings right now. That is a lot of globes at 10 minutes and 31 seconds. Wizened Duelist currently 13 stacks. Devastating Charge also up to 2 of the 5 needed. Viking will jump in bottom. High Rate tries to take down Eric, but he is so swift. He's so brave, and even the spray and voice line, just don't mess with those Vikings. Olaf, large and in charge 16, gets a small stun into this Diablo. We also have that anti-magic shell for Arthas, Colossal Totem, Lord of his pack, and you do have the Vengeful Knives for Maiev, as Falstead does take down the Eric in bottom lane. A Howling Blast tries to get a 27th stack, but currently stuck on 26 for a little bit. Next Garden Terror phase is available. Mid lane Fort Gate takes a little bit of damage, but this will be, I think, the run to grab some of these smaller camps and possibly Siege Giants. Those actually will be stolen away. Sonya with her Whirlwind in top lane. We'll be able to grab a few of their own seeds to be able to get the Garden Terror summoning. Howling Blast, Frozen Tempest. There's going to be a leap out from Sonya. Skibidi Exodia, though. There is... I think there's a world where they could get back-to-back Garden Terrors, but they would need this Garden Terror down here as well. They might be able to actually get both of these, because they can send one Viking back. You already had Hazu hearthing with Eric. So that Garden Terror is ready. If we go to their vision... Oh, we can't see, okay. Can we see it on enemy vision? 71. So yes, if they get this, this is going to be enough for another Garden Terror summoning. The enemy is scouted on this. Howling Blast lands. Arthas is done with his Frost Presence level 1. The containment dismisses under the enemy. The Starfall from the Toronto will be coming down. The Hunter's Mark applied to Dino. The Apocalypse is there. The Dragon's Arrow connecting to Maiev. She'll be the first to fall. A cleanse from Rhaegar into Skog, who's just trying to back away, but the scatter will tickle the hiney of Arthas, and he gets taken down. Falstead flies to try and head them off at the pass. He tanks a tower shot or two. The Gust is going to be good. Dino trying to back away, does get the Ancestral applied, and now DK says, all right, Hunter Orc, you're a great target. Huntress Mark applied to Hunter as well. And this is Scorch trying to get away from the Greymane Curse Bullet. I mean, it's not going to get a ton of damage, but Greymane will be able to then Razor Swipe through. Tyranda's going to be taken down, and Garden Terror in mid lane is crashing on this keep. Or this fort, sorry. Looks like the Eric Garden Terror has already been cleared away. Really? Wait, really? That was quick, I feel. Hopefully he didn't accidentally cancel it early. Thank you, Nika. Oh, another one's available. I wasn't watching the minimap. The team fight was so intense, I didn't even see where the Vikings took that other one. I feel like it might have accidentally been canceled early. Sentinel sees Hazu in position for the channel. Alright, sprint down the lane from this terror. I mean, they do have really good terror clear as well. Like, keep that in mind. Full set Hanzo in really good spots for Garden Terror damage. What does the health look like, by the way, for this lad? 15,100 points of health. And 552 into structures. Top lane keep. Dropping low, Skibidi Exodia. Earthgrass Totem goes down. Garden Terror advancing towards core with the 20. Shadow Orb Vengeance. Blunderbuss, Farseer's Blessing. Fury of the Swarm and Legion of Northrend as well. The Apocalypse from Diablo has been activated. We do have the Gust from Falstad pushing the enemies back, but this is going to be Garden Terror on the core, which is dropping rapidly, and it does look like Sirs will be knocked out of this Light HoTS tournament. The reverse sweep from Skibidi Exodia confirms their place in the semifinals whenever that series happens. GG. Well played. What's up, Raz? Well frickin' done. Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me today. That is going to be the last series of today's games. So we'll go ahead and get the Twitch gamble paid out to the proper team. And let's go ahead and get a host and raid going this afternoon. So it is going to be Skibidi Exodia winning Garden of Terror Classic. They advance through the bracket into the next stage of this tournament. And we'll see them when the semifinals do happen. But I will message the tournament organizer and figure out when all that's going to happen so we can make the schedule for next week. Let's go ahead and get a host and raid going this afternoon. Let's go send you over to a lovely streamer. And I will donate you all to where? Let's see. Where do we want to go this afternoon? I will send you over to... I'll send you over to Barb. Why not? I'll send you over to Barb. Y'all have a fantastic day. Barb is currently playing Marvel Tonkan Fighting Souls, so go check out some early access of that game. If you're a Tier 1 sub, copy the first message. If you're a Tier 2 or 3, copy the second message. The Bandit emote is a Tier 2 emote. I just want to say thank you again, everyone, for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you had a great time with these games, with this day, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you all bright and early on Tuesday for another amazing week of streaming fun and shenanigans. See you later. Bye!
Have a lovely day.